What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. What's happening, my people? Beautiful people. I've been in my little wrestling bag, going down my wrestling rabbit hole, talking about Booker T, talking about WWE being racist, um, talking about the lack of black superstars getting a push within the brand of WWE, right? And in the midst of me having these conversations, I've seen a lot of people come to my channel so they can talk about wrestling. There is a world of people who really, really love wrestling, of course, because you see the numbers that WrestleMania does all the time, right? And I have a unique relationship with wrestling, with WWE, like for real. Um, my for the person who put my eyes on WWE for real was The Rock, all the way. I remember watching wrestling with my older brother, God rest his soul, and then my older cousin, my cousin Bobo. My auntie was used to babysit us. God rest my auntie's soul. She used to babysit us. And she was living in the Robert Taylor Projects on the south side of Chicago in Bronzeville. And my cousin Bobo used to watch wrestling a lot, right? Same with my brother. This is around 98, leading into 99, around that time. And I remember seeing The Rock, and I said, hey, man, who is that? Who is that? Because the dude had a bravado, a flair, charisma. He had like mic skills that was incredible. Literally, I remember watching him saying, I want to be like dude. Like as a kid, there was not many people I said I wanted to be like. It wasn't. Like I know as a kid, it's something kids say commonly. I want to be like this person, that person. Real talk, on in sitcom land, I only wanted to be like Will Smith and the famous Jet Jackson, right? Two cool black dudes, right? Now Martin had an influence on me in college. I had my radio show and all of that, but but Will Smith and the famous Jet Jackson, aka Lee Thompson Young. When I saw The Rock though, I say, yo, that is the epitome of cool. That is the epitome of cool all the way. We're gonna get into Hollywood Rock. We're gonna get into all of that, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The reason why y'all see the title, The Rock is the greatest WWE superstar of all time, in my opinion, because he encompassed everything I think a superstar is supposed to have. To me, he was great in ring. Now, was he the greatest in ring? No, we had Bret Hart, Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, even though I know we're not supposed to say Chris Benoit's name anymore, right? You had a lot of other people who were technically more skilled and better, right? But people try to act like The Rock in ring skills he was very good in ring. Seriously. You said no, he wasn't. You said no, Hulk Hogan. The Rock was good in ring to me. He was not bad in ring at all. At all. Now, again, you had better in ring performers. Yes. You have some dudes that was much better, but he more than held his own in matches. He had he could sell. That is the point, Rob. The way he sold other people's moves and finishers was phenomenal. His in-ring psychology was off the charts. Off the charts. What do I mean by that? Like, I remember, I always bring this point up. When The Rock, around the time he became a crossover superstar, around that time, he started hosting Saturday Night Live, things like that. Hold on, man. The Rock versus Stone Cold is the greatest rivalry of all time. I appreciate that donation, brother. You are 100% correct on that, man. You are 100% correct all the way. I agree with you, right? But when he first was in Hollywood and the fans started to feel like he's turning on us, you saw that around the time when he fought Hulk Hogan. Well, I thought Hulk Hogan got more cheers due to the fact that, I mean, this is Hollywood. This is Hulk Hogan, right? But when he went up against Brock Lesnar during SummerSlam, and the crowd started booing him, started saying Rocky sucks and all of that, And he started looking in the crowd. He starts taunting the crowd, starts talking shit to the crowd because he recognizes what's happening and he plants seeds for a heel turn right on the spot. Everybody can't do that. Everybody doesn't have the wherewithal to do something like that. He starts acting like a heel in ring while they're booing him. That was phenomenal to me. That would like to take what the crowd is doing. You're seeing they getting mad that you're about to leave and go make another movie. They're getting mad because they realize you are leaving the wrestling world for Hollywood. And he plants the seeds for the Hollywood Rock run. That was dope to me. Like, you look at that match when he's fighting Brock Lesnar. Look how his mannerisms go from from a baby face, from a face to a heel when he hears the crowd. And then after he loses to Brock Lesnar, he's in ring. He's in ring by himself. And he's about to do the finally, The Rock. And then he starts seeing the crowd is booing him again, right? Then he telling it doesn't matter. He starts talking to the crowd like he did during the time he was the corporate champion, almost wanting to call the crowd a whole bunch of trailer park trash, right? That type of stuff is gold, right? For me, a WWE superstar, I don't care what, like, people think this is a knock maybe. Like, what does that have to do with wrestling? Crossover appeal matters to me because, I'm a fan of basketball. I'm a fan of basketball. I like superstars. You get when you can get casuals to tune into you, that says a lot about you as an athlete, a lot about you as an entertainer, where other people want to watch you who don't normally watch your world. They're not paying attention to your world of sport or whatever. They're not. And I call this the grandmama, or excuse me, the mama nem test. Yo mama nem didn't really know the Undertaker. Yo mama nem didn't know Ric Flair like that. Yo mama nem, they might have heard of Stone Cold here and there, but they ain't know him. But yo mama nem, oh, they knew The Rock. They knew him without question. Your girlfriend them, your cousin them, your cousins, and your female cousin, they knew who The Rock was all the way. Now, Bret Hart to me is the greatest in-ring performer, like for real. In-ring performer for real, like honestly. But The Rock, his crossover appeal, like I don't like the way he crossed over into other worlds. I had never seen anything like that. Now, y'all might disagree with me. I think kayfabe ultimately, like I think Vince McMahon was forced into saying that wrestling was scripted or predetermined due to the success of The Rock. I believe that. Maybe, and again, I'm only 33 years old, so I could be wrong. But I think The Rock being on all these daytime talk shows, like that was the first dude I seen on daytime talk show, nighttime TV consistently. Like people wanted him on the cover of magazines. He on the 50 most beautiful people ever list, all of that. And when he get in them interviews, they asking him, is wrestling fake? Is it fake? Is it fake? And I feel like Vince had to really attack that question head on. You say he oh, right, you right. Lee Ortiz said, no, he had to admit it was scripted because of the whole Hogan deal. And that is, you right. For sure, you right. I did watch the Netflix thing about Vince McMahon, the Netflix special, for sure, right? Now, Rob say it was 2007 when Vince pretended to get blown up in a car, and Benoit died a few days later that killed kayfabe. Now, I believe that. I believe that as well. But I honestly, in my time, I remember like people really having, like The Rock having to answer, was wrestling predetermined or not? Like he had to answer, was it fake? Consistently in interviews, right? But yeah, man, I think The Rock, I've never seen a guy have the audience in the palm of his hand like that. Like I never seen, again, now mind you, I'm only 33 years old, so I know people that watch way more wrestling than I can even forget. But I've never seen a dude where they finishing all of his catchphrases. He got catchphrases that like involves the crowd, the millions, and everybody on cue says, and millions. Like when he comes out to the ring, the camera pans the whole audience. Right now, I know Stone Cold, Steve Austin, the glass shattering, that was big. The glass shattering was huge. That was a crazy pop. And I always give Steve the credit because Steve, during the time the Monday Night Wars was going on, Steve was the one that saved him during that time. He was. Steve was the one that saved them during that Monday Night Wars, when the Monday Night Wars happened. But I'm going to be real with you. The fork got stuck in WCW really with the emergence of The Rock. Because there was nothing they could do to counter that. Now, Steve already was something crazy on his own. Steve already was crazy. But I think when The Rock ascended, it was over with at that point. It was done, right? Now, when we talk about Steve Austin and The Rock, this is why I say, now I'm going to say this. Now, y'all can refresh my memory. Rock came in 1996. By the year 2000, they was already looking at him like, yo, this is one of the greatest superstars we've ever seen, ever seen in our life. Like I heard people really saying that, like, yo, by the year 2000, his fourth year for real, it was like, yo, he already at legendary iconic status. So that's 4 years in, it was already solidified. And I said, damn, when you really look back on it, y'all, The Rock's run was not long at all. At all. He had like a 7-year run for real. And by the time he had reached 31, 32 years old, he was done being a full-timer. It was over with. He already had accomplished everything you could accomplish in wrestling. Outside of being a hardcore champion, me personally, I wanted to see The Rock go on a hardcore title run. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see him go. I wanted to enjoy seeing a hardcore version of The Rock. You remember when Undertaker went on his hardcore run, right? When he did the hardcore championship, he was doing that whole thing. I wanted The Rock to have something similar. I wanted The Rock to have something similar. But by the time he was 31, 32 years old, he had already did everything. He was like, at that point, Rock was probably like a 7-time WWE champion. He had the Intercontinental title. He had the tag team title several times. He was WCW champion like 2 or 3 times at that point. Like, yeah, it was done. Now DJ say, nah, you tripping, bro. My mama and everybody knew who Stone Cold was. See, I'm talking from a different perspective. I had a young mama, right? During my time coming up, watching wrestling, my mama like 26, 27. She see I'm watching wrestling, but maybe my mama just didn't want to, I don't know. Maybe she didn't want to pay attention to a bald head white dude. Maybe my mama just didn't really care for looking at a bald head white dude, beer guzzling white dude. I don't know, right? But my mama, she knew. She knew who The Rock was for sure. And most older women, like my grandmama now, my grandma was young too. My grandmama, she knew The Rock. Grandmamas knew The Rock. Black grandmamas from the hood of America knew who dude was. Knew who dude was for real. Black grandma. Yo, my grandma ain't watching no damn wrestling. Hell no. But she seen dude. Like she said, I seen him on the talk show I watched this morning. I seen him on Good Morning America. I seen him on that. They knew dude though. You know what I'm saying? Oh, bro, I appreciate the donation again, man. That's all love, man. Said Bret Hart even said that Shawn Michaels and Triple H tried to interrupt The Rock's success behind the scenes in 96, 97, and The Rock still thrived. Yes, I remember Bret talking about that. honestly, I remember Mark Henry talking about members of the clique putting some SHIT in the Rock's lunchbox or some shit like that. That's when I'm wrestling, them locker rooms, somebody would have to get their ass whooped. And I'm not even a aggressive spirited person, but you doing something like that, you gotta get your ass whooped, bro. Stop playing. We not playing like that, dog. But that locker room, and again, the locker room politics, despite him being a third generation superstar, there's a lot of people that feel like why he getting this push. They didn't like the fact he was getting a push. They didn't like the fact that, and they was jealous of maybe how he looked. He had a certain appeal, and they was trying to get him up out of there. Road Dogg admitted to treating The Rock terribly, intentionally, because he was jealous of him. And dude still came up and prevailed. You could not hold him down, right? You could not hold him down. Now, DJ Wiz, Stone Cold is bigger in wrestling world. I do agree with that. But I don't think he put casual eyes on wrestling the way The Rock did. Casual eyes. I think in wrestling circles, Steve Austin is the more beloved because Steve had the everyday man's gimmick. Let's be for real. Wrestling is predominantly white folks was into wrestling, right? It was a certain demographic, white folks, right? And white folks grab it. I mean, black kids like Steve too. Black kids love Steve as well. I'm not finna just say that black kids didn't love Steve, but the crowd resonated with Steve better. He was a beer guzzling redneck dude, right? So he was the dude that was more relatable to them. They ain't seeing no dude. They couldn't relate to a dude with that type of charisma that The Rock had like that, with them chains on his neck, right? And them damn watches, the Rolex watches on his arm, Versace shirts. That shit ain't the man. Like to them, they like, nah. They looked at Steve, the guy that come out drinking beer, as the more relatable guy. But the casual fans, I mean, casual people I think The Rock put the most casual eyes on wrestling than I think ever before. Because again, he had an allure. Women liked how he looked. I don't care what nobody. Me and Black Mom talk about this. When women like how you look, it changes the game for people. Because it wasn't just white women like the way you look. Black women like the way you look. Asian women like the way you look. All different type of like we're gonna get to this aspect. I'm gonna be for real. And like, you know what I'm saying? And people gonna find it petty. Most girls around our way was not fawning over Stone Cold Steve Austin. It did for real. I'm being for real. It's not trying to be funny. Steve was the one. And Steve was a mega star. And I'm not denying Steve. I love Steve, right? But most girls around our way was not fawning over Steve Austin. But when they seen dude, though, dude had a women audience that I'm telling y'all, when women like you and it does something else to your stature. Because the women is the ones women gonna pay that money too. They gonna come see you, all of that, man. So yeah, but I'm not denying Steve. Like again, Steve saved WWE, without question. During the Monday Night Wars, without the character of Stone Cold Steve Austin, I don't know if WWE survives for real. For real. You said we don't care about that when that glass shatters is on. Right. But I'm telling you, you a man. So you're a wrestling fan. What I'm saying is that The Rock's casual appeal, like when you can get casuals to tune in like that, that's a different, that's something different. It is. Just think about Allen Iverson. The dudes wanted to be like Allen Iverson, and the girls like dude. Basketball fans loved AI, but the girls in the hood like dude too. And it helped his stature. It did, man. So again, as a what do you say? Oh, they even liked him when he was Rocky Maivia. Yeah, he had a certain aura. A certain aura, man. He said, okay, so it seems we all can agree that outside of WWE, The Rock wins. But in the wrestling world, Stone Cold is the guy. Yes. And I always say that amongst wrestling fanatics, Steve is the guy. Steve is the guy, right? Because Steve had the more relatable persona. And I think his character, like everybody, it's a lot of people that want to get a boss the middle finger. It's a lot of people that wanted to beat up their boss, right? It's a lot of people that Steve was anti-establishment, anti-corporation, which is why him teaming up with like Vince McMahon and them and shaking Vince McMahon's hand and turning heel was like a bad look for him. Because that was just against who his character was all the way around, right? It was. So I believe, yeah, it's a lot of people that wanted to do what Steve did to their boss. And people looked at Steve like as a guy that they would champion. You know, Steve hitting Vince upside the head with the metal pan. He was doing all type of crazy stuff. Vince was outside of The Rock. Vince was arguably his greatest adversary. That was his greatest adversary. So I think Steve just had a like that type of that was a that had people like sticking to Steve in a way where they like, yo, we love this dude. And how could you blame them for that? Because that character was it was phenomenal, right? But I'm gonna tell y'all, for me, as a young black kid on the south side of Chicago that had no concept of biracial, I didn't know what that was at that point, 5, 6 years old. I just seen a dude that skin tone was like me, that had them chains on his neck, that had them shades on, that had that watch on his wrist, that had that Versace shirt on. You feel me? My favorite rappers was rapping about Versace and all that, right? Coming out with that swagger, I say, no, man. Dude got that flair. He got that flair to him, man. And I think that type of flair is just, that's what we see in like inner city. Now, outside them thick ass sideburns, we ain't seeing no Elvis ass sideburns in the hood where we came from. But like that type of character, yeah. That was he said, and some Stacey Adams, absolutely. Right? That was just like, damn, who was dude? You know? So what was y'all say, what do you think of Goldberg? So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. I wasn't really into the WCW world. I wasn't. I was a WWE guy. That's what I watched. I knew Goldberg was there. He was there. He was there, man. He was their superstar. He was there. At one point, he was carrying the flag for WCW. But I knew the knack on him was that because he had all them squash matches where he was beating dudes in 2 minutes, he never really learned to wrestle appropriately. He didn't have the best in-ring ability. And he might blow up during the matches, meaning like he would get tired a lot because he didn't have the experience of having long matches. Black Mall said Goldberg was trash. Couldn't ring work for Ish. Goldberg was Timu Stone Cold. Right. And in my eyes, a guy that watched WWE, I thought Goldberg was just a response to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Right. Just a little bigger in stature. And he did a whole bunch of hollering and yelling, of course, but yeah. Bret Hart hate Goldberg to this day. Let me see. Who is on my Mount Rushmore? Oh my God, that's such a hard question for me. Such a hard question. Because if I want to be unbiased, and if we gonna keep it unbiased, you gotta go Hulk Hogan, even though Hulk was racist like a motherfucker. Don't really care for him outside of the wrestling world. But Hulk Hogan, he was the one that made wrestling a worldwide, global type thing. You know, Hulk Hogan's effect on wrestling was like Michael Jordan. You know, when a Michael Jordan impact. So I would have to say Hulk Hogan. I would have to say, woo! Now again, I gotta put Steve and The Rock on there. But now I gotta pick between Ric Flair and Bret Hart. I gotta pick between Rick, Flair. He said Hulk was whack, Mac. That whack ass leg drop. Now I wasn't the biggest fan of like the in-ring stuff, but I can't deny his impact. Hulk Hogan's impact on wrestling was crazy. Before Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, Hulk Hogan was the one in movies. You know, he had a crossover appeal. His wasn't as good as The Rock's, but yeah. I'm trying to, yeah, either Ric Flair. I'm trying to pick between Ric Flair or Bret Hart. I mean, damn. Then I'm forgetting Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, again, Shawn Michaels was an a-hole behind the scenes, but Shawn was an excellent wrestler. I'm gonna have to go with Bret Hart. I'm gonna go Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart, Rock, Stone Cold. And again, I feel bad because I'm leaving off Shawn Michaels. The Heartbreak Kid, that was my favorite theme song. Heartbreak, that damn Shawn Michaels? What? Kurt Angle is a phenomenal wrestler. Kurt Angle is phenomenal too. He's an excellent man. Excellent in-ring ability. All the way around. He said, Undertaker. I think the Undertaker is the greatest character in all of WWE history. I think he's the greatest character in WWE history. I do think he's the greatest character. So HBK like tier 2 to me as far as overall WWE superstars, but was a beast in ring. Said great Mount Rushmore. Yeah. Woo. My Mount Rushmore of in-ring ability. Okay, that's a great one. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, Ric Flair. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great in-ring ability. Yeah, and some would put Benoit on there. Now I know people don't want to don't want to give Benoit any type of like, I guess, credit because of what he did, which is despicable, right? But Benoit was excellent in the ring. Man, my dog Darth Carnes, Dylan Brooks, Aura. I appreciate the donation, brother. He's showing love to me, man. He said Ric Flair pulled up to damn near every wrestling territory in the 80s and faced the big name in there. Yes. Now the Nature Boy, again, he had charisma, man. Them lines that he would be dropping, he had charisma all the way. And the wrestlers need charisma. Like that's a part of being a great. To me, having great charisma is a part of being a great wrestler. Oh, Rob Van Dam. I love Rob. I love RVD. That damn Rolling Thunder 5-star frog splash. Man. Eddie Guerrero, yeah. Hey, man. Eddie Guerrero. He said Mount Rushmore overrated. Woo! Mount Rushmore of overrated WWE talent. I can't, man. I'm trying to think of let me see. I'm gonna let y'all do that one first. Mount Rushmore of overrated WWE talent. Overrated, man. That's a tough one. Maybe Savage, the only one almost as charismatic as The Rock. He said this brother gets it. Hollywood, Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan, the whole stuff. Hey, so I'm a little too young for Ultimate Warrior, but I heard people say he had terrible matches. And they would say after that entrance he had, all that running and pulling on the ropes and all of that, by the time he got in the ring, he was blown up. He was tired as hell, breathing heavy, all of that, because that entrance took everything about him. That entrance took everything about him. So I hear people say Ultimate Warrior was not good like that to them. Said Edge. Said Edge was overrated. Randy Orton and Cena. Oh, wait. Said Jaya Bird says The Rock is not the greatest. Andre the Giant reigns supreme. You think Andre better than Rock? Now again, he was the ninth wonder, the ninth wonder of the world, all the way. Who say Stone Cold was overrated? Oh yeah, I can't never say Stone Cold was overrated. He said, "Yeah, I said it." Ooh, what about Undertaker? All right. Again, I think he's the greatest character ever in WWE history. Do I think he's a little overrated? I mean, I wouldn't put him in my Mount Rushmore, but some people do, and I wouldn't put him in my Mount Rushmore. But he's the greatest character in WWE history to me. I don't think the WWE has created a better character because the way Mark Calloway stayed in character, like the way he would always wear all black in public, never do interviews. It was like as a kid, I thought Undertaker was really from hell. I thought the Undertaker was from hell for real. When I would watch him, I'm like, oh, he from hell. he from hell for real. He hell. He from hell. When they say he from Death Valley, I thought that shit was for real. To the point where during matches, he had all them powers he would do. Ooh, when he made the ring fall on Kurt Angle when he came back, I'm looking like, hey man, I think The Rock was a better character to be honest. To be honest, in the original Kane. So you think The Rock was a better character than the Undertaker? Like I was scared of the Undertaker. Like that entrance when he would be reading the Bible and all of that with his eyes rolling in the back of his head. I remember playing the first WWE video game on PlayStation. And I remember wanting to skip that entrance because that shit was scary for me. It was scary. Said Stone Cold was better before Owen Hart breaking his neck. Owen was good in ring too. Ministry of Darkness, yes. Said Kane was scarier. Yeah, I do think Kane's physique and stature was outstanding. Like I ain't like, dude, when you look at him, like that late 90s, early 2000s, that stature, that physique, he was a monster. And I honestly, I don't know how he didn't have that WWF belt more. I don't know if they thought he wasn't the best on the microphone or what. I don't know. But yeah. Said Stone Cold became whack after he and Vince teamed up. He got boring. I mean, that heel turn really made people upset with his character. A lot of people was pissed off about him teaming up with Mr. McMahon. Said Kane was a personal favorite. Yeah. Kane, there's a lot of wrestlers I really enjoyed. Say you hated Jeff Jarrett when you was younger? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. I see somebody Mount Rushmore overrated. He said Ric Flair, Triple H, Ultimate Warrior, Jeff Jarrett. I do think Jeff Jarrett got overrated when he went to WCW. I can't put the Nature Boy up in there. Outrageous TV. I can't put the Nature Boy in there as overrated. But I hear you on the others though. I do think Triple. I'm gonna be real with you. I enjoyed Triple H being a foil somebody for The Rock to go against. I did enjoy The Rock and DX, The Rock and Triple H feuds. I really like their feuds. But I do think if Triple H was not with Stephanie McMahon, there was a ceiling he would have hit, personally. And again, I liked the heel antics. I like him being the perfect heel for The Rock and Stone Cold and all of that. Yeah, and he was excellent as a heel. All the way around, that was who he was. I remember that little babyface run he had when he came back in 2002. He had that little babyface run for a little minute. It was crazy to see people cheering for Triple H. It was wild, like really roaring for him after he came back from injury, right? But yeah, and I do think Triple H had a great look for sure. But yeah, man, I do think him being with Stephanie kind of helped him reach a different height for sure. So go watch Benoit versus Jarrett ladder match. Okay, I gotta watch it. He said, Mac, you would have hated me as a kid. I would have been going out of my way to spook you, being that you were scared of the Undertaker. Listen, Undertaker was scary as hell to me. Like, it was no denying it. I was shook. I'm like, yeah, I do. I ain't fooling with Buddy. They're rolling the eyes in the back of the head. Having who he had Midian with him. He had Viscera with him and all that. Yeah. A black dude with a mohawk rolling his eyes to the back of his head with like purple lips. I like, yeah. Get Viscera away from me too. God damn it. To be honest, you said Triple H won the belt when he was still with China. Triple H would have been test without Stephanie. Nah, he won the belt, but I do think like he had some more moments in the sun because of the fact that he was with Stephanie. Like, I'm not saying he wasn't a talented guy. I'm not saying he wasn't going to get a push because he got a push. He got pushes while he was with China for sure. But I do think like he got some more moments in the sun than he maybe would have gotten if he wasn't with Steph. I love Steve. Steve Blackman was dope. Lethal Weapon, Steve Blackman. When you listen to hear Steve Blackman's story, Steve Blackman was like bedridden for like 3 years after getting like malaria. Over what was he at? Was he in Africa somewhere? What did he get malaria? He got malaria somewhere overseas, and he was like bedridden for like 3 or 4 years. It was crazy. But the Lethal Weapon, Steve Blackman, was no joke. Steve Blackman was for real, for real. He was like Ken Shamrock, like one of them. Hey man, Rob, that Katie Big storyline was horrible. Triple H in there talking to a dead body in a funeral home. It was almost given like he was entertaining the thought of necrophilia. Like I was like, hey, Vince McMahon a little sick. That's when I knew Vince was a little off. I knew during that whole Katie Big storyline with Kane. Did y'all remember how like hey man, Triple H was like he was thinking about necrophilia. And I said, what the hell do Vince got going on in his head that he even conjuring up a storyline like this? Then when you hear about Stephanie said that Vince wanted a storyline where he possibly gotten her pregnant. Hey, bro, time out, bro. That when I was like, hey, and she told Vince, no, we ain't doing that. She had to push back against her. Her daddy wanted to have a storyline where he got her pregnant. There would never be no shit like that I would do with my child. I don't care how much money it will sell. We not doing that Jerry Springer. Right, exactly. We not doing that Jerry Springer stuff over here. So Bobby Lashley was Black Lesnar. Now, by the time Lashley was coming around, that's when I made my exit out of me being a wrestling fanatic. At that point, my favorites were gone. The Rock, Stone Cold, like they already were gone at that point. And so I was already hanging on by a thread simply because I really enjoyed the product and the other characters. But then as I got older, I started liking girls a lot. I was loving, I always loved sports. So I kind of was, by the time Lashley, I remember his look and physique and all of that. But by the time he became like a mainstay, I was gone at that point. Said D'Lo Brown is underrated, is the most underrated of all time, considering his charisma and ring skills. Hey, I remember Teddy Long and him had the white boy challenge. Get the white boy. What Teddy Long was like? Get the white boy. What a white boy. We'll get the white boy. Where the white boy at? And D'Lo Brown got up there and said, free at last. Free at last. Free the cane of white boys. Hey, and that is such the opposite of who D'Lo Brown is. D'Lo Brown, man. That was Rodney. Who said that was Rodney Mack? Hey, that was him. No, it was Teddy and Rodney Mack, wasn't it? Did it start with D'Lo? It was Rodney Mack. But D'Lo was like, didn't D'Lo, y'all remember that line he said? Free at last, free at last, free the cane of white boys. Who was the finest diva? All right. As a young man, Dr. Umar gonna have to forgive me. I was looking at Trish Stratus like, hey man, man, just give me about 10 minutes, baby. Give me about 10. I was looking at Trish Stratus like, hey, if you ever had SmackDown 2 on PlayStation 1 and it's a screensaver, and she got, boy, her joints like out here on the screen. I was a little boy like, hey, hey, I need that. Hey, look, and I don't even be watching wrestling now. What's old girl name? It's a like what is the girl name they was talking about? She a little thicker. She a little bigger. She look nice. She nice though. What's her name? What's old girl name, man? She wrestling. What's her name? I like her though. I like I don't know the girl. What is that girl's name? She be wrestling today. She a little thicker though. Not Bianca Belair. No, she thicker. She's look hold on. Not Jade. When I say thicker, I mean like she got more weight on her, is what I'm saying. Not like thick in like the assets area. She got a little more weight on her. But she got a pretty face. What's her name, man? I'm trying to think of the girl name, man. I know the name when I see it. Is it Naomi? Hold on. Let me see. What's her name? Nia. There we go. There we go. Nia. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I seen, I'm like, hold on now. Who is that? Nia? Yeah. Hey, I was looking like, hold on. Was it Nia or Nia? I said, damn, who was that? She had a nice, pretty face on her. I seen her like, hold on. Yeah. He said, that's the Rock little cousin. Is that her? Hold on. Let me make sure I'm talking about the same girl. Let's make sure. Yeah, that was her. Hold on. Yeah, Nia Jax, she lost a lot of weight. I did see that recently. Yeah. Now, who y'all say? Naomi? Who Naomi? Said Chubby Chaser. Hey man, listen. I like them all. A lot of brothers be in the closet scared to say what they like. I ain't one of them brothers. So a lot of brothers be trying to get girls. They be trying to talk to the thicker girls on the low. I ain't never been scared of none of that. You hear me? It's a lot of brothers that be scared to do. I ain't scared of none. She looked good. That girl got a pretty fella. Who was that? Now, who was Naomi? Who was that? Who was that? I don't know. Hold on. Y'all said Naomi. Let me look who that is. Now, I seen Jade, though. What? I seen how thick they age. Hey, boy, look. Oh, Jimmy Uso wife. Okay, I got you. Hey, nah. He said he want that finishing move. Hey, look. Low key. Hey, did Rikishi not want to go to the wedding because she was black? Let me know something. Is that why Rikishi didn't want to go? I heard that. I stuck with WWE until they went to the PG era. Then I was out. Okay. Yeah, but look, we was talking about The Rock. I got way off topic. Oh, Jacqueline. Man, love Jacqueline. Since they rock with each other now, though, Rikishi claims her now. Yeah, he better. Because I hope it wasn't because he was black. Because the Usos, all the Samoans now, all got black swagger. Like they swagger like black folks. They all got their swagger from Black America. So yeah, don't you be acting. He better not be acting funny with her because she black. I say, hey, your boys, they owe a lot to the black culture. You said Goldberg over the Rock? No, man. I can't do it. I don't know, man. Brahma Bull was something else. Zero, what's going on with you, brother? Like when I seen dude come out, I I was just watching the Hollywood Rock, the Hollywood era. The dude Rock would come out. The Hollywood theme is goated. The slow thing, he come out looking at the crowd. He had the low cut. That's when he started balding. So he had the real low haircut because he started losing some more of his hair. And the brassness on him with that big belt buckle and the vest, I say, yeah. When my man say, I'll be sure to come back when the Lakers beat the Kings in May. The Rock is going to leave Sacramento. The Rock, hey, look. It's so funny you say that. It's a wrestling channel called TH. Was it TH14? TH14. It documented The Rock. What's the name of that wrestling channel? It ain't. What the hell is that? The Rock Chris Jericho feud. I was looking at The Rock and Chris Jericho feud. Oh my God. Yes, TH14. Man, the footage that they got, on there, I was like, yeah, you thinking of Nia Jax? Yeah, for sure. Is it Nia Jax? Nia Jax? For sure. I like her. I like her a lot. I saw The Rock sing to Vicky Guerrero. So when The Rock said the maple leaves suck, the maple leaves suck, I definitely watched that one. So you had a man crush on The Rock, man. Here you go. Here you go, Black Mall. But I seen dude, I wanted to be like dude, man. I wanted to be like dude when I was younger. Dude had the crowd in the palm of his hands. He come out to that mug. That mug came out there talking crazy to the crowd. I'm like, yeah, I like when he used to talk crazy to the crowd, call them a whole bunch of trailer park trash. Chris Jericho intro, what? Chris Jericho is to me, I love Jericho. Jericho was dope. That Walls of Jericho, the Lion Salt, all of that. What? Jericho was the dude. I was the same way, Mac. The Rock almost seemed like a damn superhero. He was. I had on my 8th birthday. The Rock was on my birthday cake when I turned 8. I had what? Again, man, to a young kid, especially a young black kid, seeing dude, it was like he was a superhero. For real. And at that point, I was all in on wrestling so much. Like that's how like I'm gonna say this, man. Vince McMahon did some creepy stuff in his personal life, but that product he created was so good. I really thought if The Rock saw Triple H in the grocery store, they was gonna start fighting. I really thought if The Rock and Stone Cold seen each other outside somewhere in the Walmart parking lot, they was gonna have words with each other. Hey man, I really thought that was gonna happen. I thought if Undertaker ran into damn Ric Flair when him and Ric Flair was in that feud outside, he was gonna try to kill Ric Flair for real. You remember when man wrestling was so at that point, man, it was not. I was all in on wrestling because it felt real all the way to a T. And for me, it was spearheaded with The Rock and Stone Cold, but The Rock being the guy that got me all the way in. Can The Rock fly? Hell yeah, The Rock can fly. You couldn't tell me it wasn't nothing to Rock. I'm like, The Rock can beat everybody's ass up in here. You remember on the scene on Coming to America? Joe Louis beat everybody's ass. The Rock beat everybody's ass. He beat your ass. The Rock beat everybody. Rock ain't scared of nobody. Rock gonna whoop all y'all ass. Who is the best heels in WWE? Okay, best heels, Triple H. That was my era. I think Jericho was an excellent heel because his mic skills could rival The Rock's in ways that a lot of others could not. So Jericho as a heel was really, really good, really great. Trying to think what other heels that I really, really enjoy for real. I remember the Hurricane segment. HBK 97 was a savage heel. See, look, I ain't started getting into wrestling until like 98. So I missed that. Now, Ric Flair, yes, Ric Flair. I, I liked y'all really having me thinking. What type of heel? I liked Undertaker heel. I like heel, especially the dead, like Big Evil, Biker Undertaker. That heel, that heel Undertaker, I really love that heel. The Triple H, The Rock, Jericho, Randy Orton. Said right to censor. You said you missed a ton, Mac. Yeah, man. 98. I was like 5 years old, so like that when I first got hooked. Said Roddy Piper. Yes, for sure. Kane, big best heels. I hate it right there. That's when they had the Godfather become the Good Father, and that just had him. That took him completely out of wanting to be a wrestler. Like he hated that character so much that took the love. His love of wrestling went away while playing that character for real. Hollywood Hogan, excellent heel. So are you dropping the link? Yeah. Said Vince, absolutely. How can I forget about Vince? Vince was I promise y'all, you're right. Vince was the greatest heel for real. Because the chairman, impeding the babyface's success at every turn. Him getting into it with his own children. All of that. Like Vince, I'm going to say this, man. The McMahon family, they were willing to do a lot of stuff. Like even Shane McMahon. Shane took a lot of bumps, man. Jumping off ladders and shit. Jumping off the turnbuckle. Getting hit with chairs. They was getting put through tables. All of that, man. Like the McMahon family, they didn't just talk that. They was really out here really doing it. Shane McMahon gained a lot of respect from me. What's AW1? What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on with you, Mac?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Can't complain, man. I just came on here. Wanted to talk a little. I was for the past few days I've been talking about wrestling and different aspects. With
And the Bears.
The Bears is what you right, the Bears for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, you was having a good time that day. I feel you.
You know it. So I kind of wanted to go over who I felt was the greatest. In my opinion, I felt Rock was the greatest WWE superstar ever, in my opinion. Now, it's a lot of people that disagree.
You know what?
What do you think?
I'll tell you what. If you mean created, I would agree with you on that actually. Because Hulk, like I said, well, actually, hold up. Hogan. Well, man, let me think about it. The name Hulk Hogan did come from WWF.
Yeah.
But they got the name Hulk from Marvel.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But the character, like when he developed the way he did his style, that was from AWA. That was in Memphis.
Okay.
That's when he really blew up. And Vince was like, okay, I gotta buy it. I gotta get this guy.
Got you.
So I would say creative wise, you could say The Rock or Austin. That's debatable.
Yeah.
For sure. But I'll say The Rock. Yeah. In that aspect. Greatest, because it ain't John Cena, it ain't Triple H. I don't care what people say. It ain't HBK, who's just a pussy version of Rick Rude, in my opinion.
Shout out
Look at
Radical Rick Rude.
look at some Rick Rude matches. You tell me who's tougher out of those two.
I got you. Yeah.
Look, nothing against Shawn Michaels personally. When you come out to a song and say I'm a sexy boy, boy toy, I can't take you seriously.
Hey,
Right?
I like that. I like that theme song, man.
That was a good song too.
I
It is.
like the theme
No,
song,
it's a
man.
good song. It is.
The girls moaning for him when he coming out. Yeah, I like that. I say, look at
That's how they holler for
HBK,
you
man.
in Chicago, in Illinois, huh, Mac?
Now, oh man, listen, I was feeling that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I say, what? Me and my sister used to love when that theme song dropped, but yeah, he said it was cool
No,
when
no, no.
Sherry
It was
sang.
a great theme song. It was. Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
I agree. I guess I'm not a Shawn Michaels fan,
I got you. Yeah. I
but no,
understand.
no, I will give the man his. I want to be clear. I'm going to give him his credit. He's not the greatest performer. I've seen better than him, but he's definitely one of the best I've ever seen in that ring. But you have to put his partner Marty there because Marty wrestles just like him,
Okay.
and Shawn kind of put his thumb down on him and gave him crap
Gotcha.
for years. It
Yeah,
buried him and
Sean
screwed him
buried
up.
a lot of people. A lot of
No,
people.
he did, and that's why people talk about Hulk Hogan, and I get the racist stuff. I'm just talking about professional. Hulk Hogan helped a lot of people in his business more than
Mhm.
Shawn. At least with Hogan, you drew money. Shawn, you were losing. Shawn, they were losing money,
Mm.
and guys
Okay.
got fired. Vader got destroyed. Look at that video when he stumped on his head. I'm gonna tell you, if that was me, I would have caught his foot, ripped it off him, beat him with it. He would have been
Mm.
done. He would have been done if he did that to me.
Got
And
you.
I would love to see him do it to a Scott Steiner or a Rick Rude. They would have killed him.
Man. So who you say you would
Go
be
ahead.
between The Rock, Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, them type of guys were probably the guys that you feel like were the top superstars of all time. Well, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Um, who in your opinion was the greatest heel?
The greatest heel. What do you mean, like in WWF or wrestling in general?
WWF.
WWF? Okay. I'm gonna go with Vince McMahon.
Yeah, that's what Black Mall said. Vince McMahon. Yep.
Or I got some other guys. $1 Million Man.
Ted DiBiase.
Uh, Ted DiBiase. He got a
Yeah.
lot of heat. But let me tell you something. My boy had a wrestling buddy back in the day. One of my neighbors. He beat the mess out of that. I mean, Kyle was literally like ripping off his part of his arm was ripped up. He hated him
Hmm.
that much. That's what that's what was ruined.
Got you.
He should have saved it, man. Those things are worth money now.
I'm telling you, for real. So you said Vince McMahon
Ted
or Ted
DiBiase.
DiBiase. Okay, got you. Let me ask you one more question.
All right, man.
Greatest tag team in WWF history.
Greatest tag team. Ooh, that's a from WWF. Okay, I got to think. Ugh. Man, because like the greatest tag teams of all times. WWF didn't create them, so I can't mention those guys.
Mm.
I have to think about it though. Yeah, you thought about the tag they created. Well, let's see. I can't say the Hardys. I was thinking the Dudleys. No, they didn't create them. They're from ECW.
The Hardys was created by WWF though, right?
Yes. You know what? Created what? Okay. Okay. I could. Okay. Let's say Hardys for now. But I got some other teams. Maybe
Okay.
Edge or Christian. Cause I'm not watching WWF these days.
Got you. He said
To be
somebody
fair.
Black Mall said Edge or Christian, Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was created by WWF. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Got you. Yeah. I like the Hardys.
There's a Hart Foundation. There's the British Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's true.
Before your time.
Yeah, definitely. But I watched the videos on YouTube. Thankful for YouTube to introduce me and to a lot of the moments that I missed, So yeah, definitely. But yeah, man, no, I definitely, bro, I appreciate you coming on, man, and giving your input, man. It mean a lot, bro.
All right. What other questions you have?
Let's see. I'm gonna give you two more questions, and I see some other people want to come on, but
They want to come up. Okay, for sure. That's fine.
yeah. Let's see. Who was the greatest stable of all time? Oh, somebody. As soon as I said stable, somebody put it up. As soon as I said who the greatest stable, that's crazy.
In WWF or wrestling in general?
WWF.
Ooh, that's a good one. Greatest stable. I'm not saying DX. They're overrated. they're just kid versions of the NWO.
Oh, hey, man.
No, NWO is created by WCW.
Okay, yeah, that's you right. That's WCW.
Otherwise, I'll say NWO. If you talk about of all time, it's NWO for sure. But
yeah,
WWF, I would say
WWF, WWE.
I can't say Evolution, even though that was a very good group, but they were just they're just another version of the Four Horsemen, in my opinion.
Yeah. What, that Arn Anderson, them like that? Arn Anderson,
Ric Flair, right? And ironically, they had Ric Flair in that group too.
Hey, Arn Anderson, spine buster. I seen him do that.
Oh, the enforcer, yeah.
I said, God damn, what is that? I seen that as a
greatest stable. Can't say that Shield group.
They saying the Nation of Domination.
Nation of Domination. I don't know. It's nothing against Ron, man. I like Ron Simmons and Farouk. You know, those guys, but no. I just said the same guy.
They saying no.
Faction. I can't say the Healy family. Or Jimmy Hart stable, or man. I would just say when it came to Heat Getters, Right to Censor's up there. Whoever mentioned them, they're right. People hated Right to Censor. I'm telling you, people hated them. But the greatest
DX had all the belts at one time.
DX did? Oh yeah, and their ratings were failing at the time.
Okay.
No, actually, I know what it was. No, Triple H was like the European champ. And I think they were tag team champs, and then at another time, Shawn was the WWF champion. Yeah, okay, yeah, they did have all the belts. But I mean, yeah, but no one remembers.
Okay.
No, again, DX wasn't that over like people think they were. They weren't.
Okay. All right. So, all right, you gotta. Which one? Who the great? Give me one name.
I'm gonna give you one. Oh boy, I got to say I might have to go with Vince McMahon stable.
The corporation.
The corporation. Corporate mission.
Got you.
I have to say corporate. Yeah.
Okay. Now I got one more question. I'm gonna think. Hold on. I'm trying to think of one off the top. One more question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're gonna do this. I just want to see how far your memory go back. The greatest hardcore champion ever.
Oh, greatest hardcore. Oh, you know what? There were a lot of guys, but you know, one of my favorite time of all time at hardcore division was Crash Holly's 24/7.
Hey, run. Crash Holly! Shout out to Crash Holly, man. Definitely, that was a dope time. That 24/7 rule, yes.
Yeah, all my boys, we did it in the neighborhood. Like my brothers, we would pin each other and take the belt while we're sleeping.
Yeah, that was a dope. That 24/7 rule, I thought that was so fire.
That was great.
I didn't know about that, so I remember dudes would just get jumped, and
somebody everywhere.
A referee come out of nowhere and pin and be there to get the pinfall.
So, or sometimes they do like WWF specials, and like I remember one time Crash got interviewed, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the hosts literally attacked him from behind with like a chair or something or a cookie sheet and tried to pin him, and then he ran off, and then she chased him.
Damn. I swear, I seen Molly Holly get the belt for like two minutes from the 24/7 rule one time.
Right, she did.
Yeah,
I remember that Christian opened the door, hit her, boom.
Yep.
it just pinned her like, okay, I'm a champ.
Yep. I remember that time, man. But yes, Crash come to the ring with the scale.
The scale.
I like Crash Holly. Yeah,
he's the greatest hardcore champion, WWF hardcore champion of all time. Absolutely.
Got you, man. For sure.
But okay, I'll drop down. Let someone else come up, man. You be one, stay woke, keep being the best partner you can be.
Oh man, always, man. I appreciate you, brother.
All right, man.
Thank you for coming up. All right. We finna Like Maho.
Yo, my guy.
What's the word, my boy?
How the hell are you?
Man. Hey man, I'm good, man. Look, you know we talking about some wrestling questions.
Right.
Now, I'm gonna ask you some questions that I asked AW1, but I'm gonna ask you some different stuff too.
Hey, whole time though, I think he might be older than us, or older because like
he is.
I know for my group, my generation, that DX, bro, like that was such a big deal, bro. Like niggas was getting suspended from school for that. Like, bro, like you couldn't even like if you
couldn't do that.
Hands to do that, you was up out of the school. Like, yeah, I highly disagree with him on that one. Maybe he older, so you know what I'm saying. It didn't influence him the way it did us and people younger. But like, nah, that DX was it, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That was mine. That was my like to your okay. So if people remember. Not just Stone Cold, but he right. Like that was a direct answer to NWO or to the you know what I'm saying, what was going on the Monday Night Wars. WWF was losing at the time.
Yeah.
And then it took for them to go to the Attitude Era, which was Stone Cold, DX, and all of them, you know, The Rock, everything we love, and it took it to the next level. So
100%. You're right. Because at first WWE was seen as a little more cookie cutter a little bit than WCW. Then, like you said, like Shawn Michaels and Triple H and them going that route, doing the DX, they coming out, showing, you know, coming out being naked backstage, doing crazy stuff, right? So you're right. Yeah, that was it. Now, let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you something different. I ain't never asked somebody this question before. Who is the greatest female superstar of all time?
Ooh. So that one, I feel like I'm gonna say this. I feel like we're currently in that era. Yeah. I don't watch it enough so I'm somebody who's more up to date will have to answer that because I'm not as tuned in, but I do know we're currently living in that era right now, though. I do know that.
Yes, the talent pool was not as deep when we were watching heavily. There was only a few of them. It wasn't as deep. It's kind of like WNBA back in the day compared to now with the players.
Exactly. You know boxing, you know, you know what I'm saying, all of that.
Yeah. But during my time,
it was China though. If we're gonna pick one, I mean that time it had to be her or even.
But would you count China? Because China wasn't even really wrestling women like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, she was wrestling the dudes. I'm gonna say one, right? I'm gonna say Lita.
Oh damn, I forgot about Lita. Like Lita was like that. You know, she was.
Yeah.
She was dope.
Yeah.
She was dope. She was with the Hardy Boys, matter of fact.
Yeah, she was, She came out with the dude Essa Rios.
Yeah.
She got with the Hardys. Yeah.
Then, am I mistaken? But wasn't there a storyline where she lost to Scotty 2 Hotty? Remember Scotty 2 Hotty and them?
I remember Scotty 2 Hotty.
They used to be doing the dance or whatever. Yeah. Like, did I just make that up? I
don't remember a storyline with her and Scotty 2 Hotty. But if somebody do remember, y'all say it in the chat for sure. But I remember Scotty 2 Hotty and Too Cool all the way. Definitely.
Okay, maybe I just made that up.
Okay, now we're gonna go back to some other questions. So, all right, greatest WWE superstar all time. I think you said you had Austin, right?
Right.
Austin, and tell me why Austin.
So for me, so. It was a couple things. The first thing being was what you touched on already, the anti-establishment part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so at the time, I was a young rebellious child. So to see somebody in an adult form do things that I wanted to do to authority was dope. That's what did it. You know? And not only that, I said in the comments, man, Steve don't get his credit for his comedic work on the mic. He was incredibly funny on the mic. Like his timing, his response, like he was incredibly funny, but he don't like. I don't feel like he get his just due for that.
So at the beginning of the invasion angle, I just watched this today. This was, remember, Steve switched over to WCW, ECW to their side.
Right, right.
First, he was with WWF at the beginning of the invasion, and Vince McMahon is giving him a pep talk behind the scenes.
Right.
And he's sitting with Steve, Kurt Angle, Undertaker. It was somebody else, I think, too. But Steve's comedy during that segment was so fucking hilarious. I forgot about this segment.
Right.
I was laughing so hard. Steve, really, you right. Steve doesn't get the just due for his comedy because I think Stone Cold's characters looked as more like serious, like hard edge. Right. He had a lot of great comedy moments too. You're right.
He even says that now. Like he does a podcast now where he hosts for WWF, man. He says it now. A lot of that was him being funny. Like he says he was trying to be over the top, intentionally funny, and it just landed the way it did. But most of it was him trying to be funny. He was like when he came up with that, I'm gonna sub you a couple of shut the hell ups and a can of whooping. He like, man, my mama used to say that to me all the time. You know what I mean? Like that was me repeating what my mother would say to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This little boy in Texas. Like this wasn't like me being malicious or anything. I just thought it was just something clever to say, but it ended up working until you said we all adopted it. However, the thing that I love about him the most was the respect he had for The Rock. Like he at that time they were trying to force Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Naturally, Shawn Michaels though, because the way Stone Cold got over was beefing with Bret Hart, so it was just natural to move Stone Cold over to Shawn Michaels since Bret was gone. However, at that time, as we all know, Shawn Michaels was dealing with the drug issues and all of that. So, you know, he kind of couldn't hold up to his end of the deal. So they tried to force Triple H, but Stone Cold himself saw the potential in Rock and forced the company to push him. So that's why I always respect him as well.
That's a great point. That is, Steve saw that him and Rock's chemistry was gold. And he recognized that and say, no, we're going to go with this route. You're right. Because, after him beating Bret Hart, you would think, hey, the next thing would be to just put him up against Shawn Michaels. Yeah, so you're right. Steve definitely upheld Rock. And then The Rock delivered on his part of the bargain as well with, the way he would sell Steve's moves. Too. So, yeah, they were interesting chemistry. Yeah. Let me see what else. I'm gonna ask you another question. All right.
And that was the best thing about Shawn Michaels, real quick. Like to me, I wasn't the biggest Shawn Michaels fan. However, nobody sold fights better than him. I will say that. Like Shawn Michaels made it look like you was whooping his ass something terribly in that ring. Like him and Mankind, in my opinion, like they sold the opposite fighter better than anybody possibly. So I will always give him his credit for that.
Got you. Black Maul, were you watching wrestling at this time? Instead, asked you what you thought of the Hurt Business.
The Hurt Business. Yeah, you got me on that one. Now I wasn't watching.
I don't think you weren't watching. You wasn't watching it at that point. Yeah, that came after our time of really watching it. So I would have to get somebody else that probably watches that was watching during that era to answer that question, bro. We're gonna try to get that question answered for you from somebody else. But let me ask another question. Who was I'm gonna ask the tag teams. Now matter of fact, we ain't gonna do that one. I saw your answer in the chat. Outside of The Rock, who you think had the best? Who had the best mic skills outside of The Rock?
Now that's a great one. That's a great question. Because it depends. It's so many ways you can go with that. Because it's like you got The Rock, right? Who I feel like is the obvious answer. A person who don't get credit. Triple H. Say what y'all want about the game, but the game was nice on the microphone, man. Like especially later on, he was trash at first, but once he was in the DX and fully committed to the heel role, like I felt like he did a really good job. But I mean, y'all probably gonna hate this answer because it's the most generic answer, but I mean, we gotta give it to Ric Flair, man. Like that man, like Rick, in my opinion, is the reason everyone does the mic work that way, in my opinion, right? Like every heel, if you even go back prior to WWF, right? Because he's prior to WWE, he's before that, you know what I'm saying? If you just watch him, he's like the guy that made being the cool heel the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was him. So like everybody after him is pretty, like even The Rock, you know what I'm saying? Everybody after Ric Flair is doing their best Ric Flair imitation. So I gotta give Ric Flair his flowers for that. Cause I mean they say the best, how the saying go? The best way to flatter is imitate. Oh, imitation is the greatest. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Right, there we go. Everybody is imitating Ric Flair, bro. So I got to give him the nod for that reason.
Got you. Now I'm gonna say this: my favorite outside of Rock on mic, I think I really enjoyed Chris Jericho's mic skills. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought Jericho was very entertaining on the mic, for real. I enjoy listening. I don't know, him and The Rock would go back and forth. And I was like, yo, Jericho can hold his own against Rock. I really enjoy hearing Jericho for sure, man. Let me see. Nah, bro, but man, look, Black Maul, I appreciate you hopping on, bro. It's some more people in here. I'm gonna try to see if I can get them on real quick before we end. But nah, I appreciate you popping on, bro.
Always, bro.
All love, man. Yeah.
That was good, bro.
Shay, I'm gonna get home. Shay, I'm gonna get you after
this. Him.
See, I hear you, bro. Yeah. Oh dang, he probably can't. Let me see if I can get him right back on. Oh, there you go. Hold on.
Yeah, bro.
Yo.
You can hear me? I'm good now.
I hear you. Yep.
Look, man. I know what the topic is, but I just want to address this right quick so I don't forget, right? Y'all talked about The Rock and his mic skills, right?
Yeah.
It depends on what you like. Like, The Rock is like the most obvious, easy answer for people to be like, okay, The Rock, the greatest on the mic. But I encourage people to go watch The Rock. And you can say, oh, he had been out the game for a while. You know, he was rusty. I encourage people to go watch CM
I don't like
Punk.
The Rock after he came back now.
Okay.
Yeah, when he came back in 2011, it's hell no. I don't know what it was. He lost his flair to me at that point. I don't know. But go ahead, though.
I think if I encourage people to go back and watch his promo with CM Punk when he was facing him at the Royal Rumble for the title when they was gonna make him do the rematch with John Cena. I encourage people to go watch that promo because CM Punk completely balled up what The Rock does best, and I really don't think it matter what era of The Rock you got. That's what he does. What CM Punk did in that promo, I encourage people to go watch. He took what The Rock does best. He said, "Yeah, you could do your catchphrase, you could do all this, but this, like, just go watch the promo." The Rock is
I gotta go check it out. Yeah,
he's one that, man, it was one of the greatest promos I ever heard. Outside of the pipe bomb, especially with CM, we know about the pipe bomb. That's the second best, or if not the best promo from CM Punk. I'm not gonna lie, because he going up against he was mad that he had to lose the title to The Rock, so he had this chip on the shoulder anyway. Because The Rock was part time, he come out of nowhere, and like John Cena was doing the same thing to The Rock. It wasn't even close. This is why I personally feel like they had The Rock win the first match anyway, because he was destroying The Rock on the mic and embarrassing him. Make so much so that The Rock really it was boiling his blood in real life. Like they really had beef, him and John Cena. But The Rock he's very charismatic on the mic. He's one dimensional on the mic. It's more so comical, making fun of you. But it's time to sit down and cut a serious promo. I encourage anybody to show me a video of him cutting a serious promo.
Serious promos. Now he would have some serious ones, but it was always jokes in the midst of it. So yeah. Serious promos. I think Steve cut great serious promos. Steve Austin. There's a couple of guys that did some great serious ones. Let me see. I'm trying to think. I was gonna ask you some questions. So let's see. Who did you have as the greatest tag team in WWF? WWE, rather.
Shit. It's between the Dudley Boys and the Hardys. I think that's pretty simple.
Yeah.
You know, even though the Dudley Boys they started off at ECW, you know, a lot of their success came in WWE. You know, so they could be considered. But I'll say the Hardys. I think that's even though it's the easy answer. I'll say the Hardys. You know, you can also throw some guys in consideration, like the Usos. I think they got a great body of work to be considered. You know, they're real charismatic. You know, together though, they're at their best, of course. You know, good promo skills. You know, they got the. You know, I don't really like to get into the accolades because that's given. You know, it's more so about when you judging these guys and who's the best and who's the greatest of all time. It's more so about their appeal to the crowd and how much merch they sell. It's about being a superstar. You know, what makes a person superstar? Their promo skills. That not really. Oh, won this many championship. This shit is scripted. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
I used
right.
to bring that up.
Yeah,
You
true.
know?
Yeah. That the impact that the Dudleys and the Hardys had. Like I came up in that era when they were
Mhm.
like when they were the champions, when they were going against each other. Them table ladders and chairs matches.
Oh, you talking? Wait. Sorry to cut you. You talking about strictly WWF, not WWE? Or it doesn't really matter.
No, 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 it don't matter. It's
Oh,
the
yeah. 'Cause
same
somebody in
thing.
the comments was saying,
Same
okay,
thing.
all right,
Yeah. I say WWF because sometimes I'm thinking about that era. But
yeah.
yeah, the whole WWE history of that. Um, who do you have as the greatest superstar of all time?
Look,
And
man. Look, I can separate the two. I can't stand Hulk Hogan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna act like I wasn't celebrating when he passed. I know that shit sound crazy, but I don't give a f. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. But
yeah,
I could separate the two, just like I do with R. Kelly. People try to act like he's not the king of R&B, bro. Let's stop. Usher's not fuck with that man, bro.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I can separate the two. Hulk Hogan, I think it's between him and Stone Cold, and I what Hulk Hogan did for wrestling, bro. It just can't. It's like what fucking excuse my language. It's like what Bird and Magic did for the NBA.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You can't without him. There is no that's facts. That's not no
He,
BS.
he
You know what I'm
expanded
saying?
wrestling in a way that it hadn't been expanded ever before. That character, you're right. Yeah, like you said, what Magic Johnson and Larry Bird did for the NBA
Hmm.
made it like, yo, must see TV for
Hmm.
real. Hulk Hogan did that for wrestling. That is without a doubt, all the way. I like that comparison. Yeah,
And I think I look at the impact these guys have. I know a lot of people want to say, "Oh, John Cena." John Cena, he's definitely a consideration, top five easily.
yeah,
But I can't. As much as he's better than Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold in a lot of aspects, like the impact is what I'm pointing to. You know, as a superstar, and it was much more easier for them to be a superstar because of how exclusive things was. You know, it's easy to know things about John Cena, what he's doing, all this.
yeah,
How it is with a lot of celebrities, you know, it was much more exclusive. So these superstars are actually superstars. Not to
yeah,
say John Cena's not. He's probably the most recognizable wrestler even to this day, and he
yeah.
don't even he retired. But like these
I know
guys
what you
impact the
mean, though.
wrestling in a way that Stone Cold. You can compare his impact to Hulk Hogan because he saved WWE out of dark days. They would have been their doors would have been closed if had he not had this aura and all these things that he had to for WWE. Like he just came out of nowhere. He was their golden goose
Yeah,
because WWE at this period in time in the early '90s was a lot of rinse and repeat corny shit predicated to the kids. You know,
man.
and then WCW started. And they was on the edge. They was like rebellious and they was cutthroat. You know, that's where wrestling. Where wrestling was going towards. And Vince McMahon was still stuck in his ways until Stone Cold fell out of tree.
Yeah,
You
true.
know,
Yeah, I agree with you all the way. Like you said, I always look at those documentaries about wrestling and WWE and how at a time Vince was having a lot of silly characters, Eggman and a damn chicken or something making an egg. It was all type of crazy childish gimmicks. And like you
whoa,
said,
whoa,
WCW was coming with hard hitting edginess that WWF at the time couldn't hold a candle to. And that creation of Stone Cold, that character help them fight back and keep them alive because that character was so raw, so edgy that it was like it won the people over. So all
look,
the way.
look, man. Look, I'm looking at your comments here. I don't know if these brothers watch wrestling or they just biased to their time, but I'm not biased to my time. I consider everything, just like you consider everything. You're a LeBron James fan, but you recognize he is not the GOAT. You know,
Yeah,
that's why I resonate with this channel. You know, you're
yeah,
not biased, you're not scared to say. Let me
Yeah.
say this. One brother said CM Punk is overrated in my opinion, which is not. That don't mean he's not good or whatever. I don't understand what in what way he's saying that, but okay, that doesn't mean he's saying that he's not good. Okay, and then another brother says John Cena was not a good talker. If you saying that, you clearly don't watch. You clearly got some type of despisers, man. Not a good talker in what way? Because the guy that y'all like to praise so much on the mic, The Rock, he completely had him stuttering and didn't know what to say and was completely destroying him and with the wordplay. So go back and watch those very secondhand embarrassing moments
You know
that
what
a
it
lot of
is
us got.
though? I think what it is with Cena, I think they're saying a lot of people that I think older had issues with Cena because Cena was geared towards the kids
Mhm.
in a way. And I think the older wrestling fan, it sounds crazy. The older wrestling fan did not like they like wrestlers. I mean, Hulk Hogan was geared to the kids too, though.
Mhm.
So in a lot of ways too. But yeah, I think a lot of the older wrestling fans don't. For some reason, they look at Cena as somebody that was more for the kids
Mhm.
versus for the adult wrestling fan. And I think that's probably where some of the criticism of Cena will come in, you know. But yeah, go ahead though.
I watched John Cena. Look, and growing up, look, this is my era. You know, I grew up. I started watching wrestling in like 2011, but I was such a big fan that I pretty much know all there is to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not the shit from way back in the day, like the 70s and 60s and all that, but like I pretty much know all the wrestling fan can know. You know, so
Yeah.
I watch these guys, John Cena, CM Punk. These who I grew up watching. You know, now they on their way out. And as you get older, you start to appreciate certain things that you didn't appreciate when you were young because you didn't understand it. And I go back and watch these things that I was watching when I was young. I'm like, wow, like, you know, I really come to the realization that John Cena, I wasn't paying attention to how badly he was embarrassing people on the mic. His
Mhm.
his mic skills is not like charismatic as like The Rock. It's about embarrassing you and undressing you in front of the crowd. That's John Cena's mic work
Mhm.
if people don't pay attention. And a lot of him doing that is what got him kind of the little quiet reputation of being an asshole. Cause that's what he would do to people. He did it to Roman
Uh-huh.
Reigns. I watched him do. He did it to the Miz, The Rock. He tried to do it to CM Punk, but it failed because CM Punk is really the only person who really gave him a run for his money on the mic. You
Yeah.
know, as far as that particular style. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So these guys are the guys that I grew up with, and I recognize the guys of the past who greater than Mike, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Roddy Piper, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Who else? Stone Cold. Even I don't think he gets enough credit for how good he was. And that's how he even how that's how Vince McMahon he had his eyes back on Stone Cold and got him over there from ECW because he was banished from WCW, went to ECW. Eric Bischoff, no, not Eric Bischoff. Paul Heyman gave him a little time, you know, because he was upset that he got released from WCW. So he would
Yeah.
let him cut these promos and just say how you feel. And Vince McMahon had his eyes on that and brought him over to WWE, and the rest was history.
Yeah. For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah, I enjoyed when Cena was in his rapper bag, even though we know he got a lot of that from other people rapping. That was when his finishing move was the FU. And then
Mm.
they changed the name of it later on. But yeah, nah, yeah, that I remember Cena's debut
Mm.
on wrestling. I remember that. I remember where I was at when I watched the debut as well.
And had it not been for black culture, the man would had not had the career that he's had
Absolutely. Black culture
because
that cemented him. That character, the Dr. Thugonomics, that made him. I remember he won a USA title. And yeah, that made him a mainstay. That gimmick there, that black culture cemented him all the way, coming to the ring, rapping, all of that. Like,
if you don't know, I don't know if you know the story. You may. He was about to get let go, and he was on this bus one day rapping, and Stephanie McMahon heard him and was like, "You should do that on there," and that's what saved his shit. You know?
I saw that. I saw that, man.
Yeah.
I saw that other gimmick he was under called Prototype
Yeah.
back in
Trash. Generic.
the day.
Yeah.
The brother, like he was on every steroid under in the damn doctor's
I'm not, you know, even though Brock, you know, controversial with the, you know, his stuff with, you know, being black champions, it's just, it's nothing really to do with him. It's about how they book Brock Lesnar, you know, specifically and coincidentally in them type of situations. But that's my favorite wrestler. You know
Brock
what I'm saying?
Lesnar.
I think the man got a little bit of black in him. I'm sorry, man. As athletic as he is, bro, he got to, man. I'm sorry, man. That shit don't make no sense, man. But look,
Flagrant. That is. Hold on. Where's the flag?
oh yeah, I know that's crazy, man. But where the athleticism come from like that, man? That shit
Flag
crazy.
on the play.
You know
Athletic.
what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just joking, man. But
I know. I'm messing
I
with
bring
you.
up Brock Lesnar to say, had he not left, man, that also would have contributed to John Cena not being as big as he was. Because Brock Lesnar, like within months, was the WWE champion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They was
yeah, he
ready to
was.
put
He
everything on
was.
him. The Rock gave him the stamp of approval. It was all gonna go to him, but the workload, not a lot of people were built for that. And John Cena was, and he took advantage of the opportunity. And shout out to him, man. I know he's had all these big stars have it. I never heard nothing about John Cena being a racist any of that. I wouldn't be surprised if it come out. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that he is, but I wouldn't be surprised if it come out. But I haven't heard nothing like that. Just him being an asshole, and the shit with
yeah.
David Otunga. When you was talking, I meant to adjust this. With Booker T, I'm not gonna lie. I see both. Like the shit with John Cena being that way to him. John Cena, like if David Otunga doesn't get how wrestling works, John Cena was clearly he saw something in him that this what these guys do. Like you said, it's like a high school game. Like it's like high school. They
It
pick
is.
on you and this is what they call ribs. He was constantly ribbing him knowing it would work.
Yeah,
Undertaker used to do this to guys. DX particularly, the Click used to do this to guys,
ton.
putting poop in their food and all
Now
type of stuff
that
like
you
that.
gotta
Like
get your ass whooped for that though.
yeah, hell yeah. And
That
and
that
and and that's what he should have stood up for himself. You know what I'm saying? He really didn't. And he comes on and yeah, I would have whooped John Cena quick. Why you ain't whooping when he was doing all, you know what I'm saying? So I understand Booker T calling him a punk, even though we know he's a bunny hopper and he's a he
man.
like that. We know what Booker T do, but I agree with Booker T with that. He a punk, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You supposed to do something. Fuck it. He
Hey,
doing all that. I don't know, man. I
yeah,
don't know.
I ain't like Booker T. I ain't like Booker T. Every time a black wrestler got a grievance with something, he come out all the time going against the black wrestler every time. It just like I don't fool what they say. Clearly didn't take it to the point where he should have put hands. He clearly said John Cena didn't take it to the point of where he should put hands on him. That what he said? Okay. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, but no, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get let me get one more before I get you up out of here because I know I got the homie Shay in there waiting. Let me see. Let me see something I ain't asked nobody. What is your favorite pay-per-view match?
Oh shit. You got the questions, man. Wow.
Yeah,
Man. It's so bittersweet to just name one, but
yeah,
pay-per-view match. My favorite pay-per-view match that I watched
yeah.
live, right? I'm gonna go recent. I'm gonna go WrestleMania 40, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. They went
Okay.
on. I felt like the ending. It was supposed to be Stone Cold because Stone Cold in Rock history. Everybody thought it was gonna be Stone Cold. They was doing a lot of Easter eggs, I call it, leading up to the match of Stone
Mm-hmm.
Cold, but it ended up being Undertaker. I guess Stone Cold didn't have. But
Yeah,
that was a magical match right there. Roman Reigns champion for like 3-4 years almost. Cody Rhodes come back. To do this his win a title for his father and all this shit like that. That was good.
yeah, for sure. Definitely, man. But look, athletic man, I appreciate you popping on, bro.
All right,
Like I say, anytime you welcome to come on up, man. But I appreciate you providing your insight.
absolutely, man. All
Yeah.
right.
I Zero say my parents would never buy me pay-per-view. Same. I would always have to watch the pay-per-views later on or like find out who won on Raw. Monday Night Raw, I found out who won the matches on Monday Night Raw. A lot of the pay-per-views I didn't see until YouTube came out. Cause my mom and them wasn't buying them pay-per-views. They're like, God damn now, we ain't doing that. Oh, I was just seeing, man, I gotta bring Athletic Man back up to talk about the women wrestlers, man. My homie Shay in here though. Let me get Shay. Shay,
What's up? What's up, man? Can you hear me?
I don't know if he's still on here.
Can you hear
I
me?
hear you, man. What's going on, big dog? How you feeling?
I'm
Yeah.
feeling good. I'm feeling good, man. I do think The Rock can be labeled as the GOAT. Yeah, hell, even better than Hulk Hogan because when you look at it, a lot of people who wasn't even alive around The Rock's time knows who the Rock is. Like my brother was born in 2003, and he knows who The Rock is. And I don't know if me and you in the same age bracket, but I'm born in '96,
Okay,
so
I'm
I'll
born
be
93.
So I'll be 30 next month.
Gotcha.
It's like around that time it was Stone Cold and The Rock, but honestly, you have to give it to The Rock because of the simple fact that I know people gonna say, oh, it's because of his movies, but even kids that are younger than me that were born when The Rock retired knows who he is. You know what I'm saying?
His impact was phenomenal, undeniable, all the way. So I agree with you on that. So yeah, that's why I picked The Rock due to his impact and all the other things I said: in ring ability, crossover appeal, the fact he put he he put so many casual eyes. I think he put more casual eyes on wrestling than anybody else. I like the fact that I said, what else did I say? Oh, the way he would sell for everybody, the way he could sell moves, the way the mic skills. I talked about the way he cut a promo. Yeah, it was just a lot of, he encompassed, I think, what a WWE superstar is supposed to be. I think a WWE superstar is supposed to be good in ring, supposed to be good on the microphone. You're supposed to be able to draw casual eyes to the sport. You're supposed to be able to make the sport a lot of money. And you're supposed to have some great matches and great runs. And I think he had a lot of great matches that I think people overlook a lot of times. But yeah, I think he was I think I think a clear indication of Rock's greatness was he started in 96. And by the year 2000, there were people already saying he was already legendary status by his fourth year. He was already cemented in a lot of people's eyes by 2000. 2000, wrestling was in The Rock's hands solely. Steve
Yeah,
was gone with injury, but he had wrestling in his hands for real.
yeah.
And yeah,
When you
go
think
ahead.
about it, this recent, besides this recent run, uh, people was still getting up for The Rock. And what were you trying to ask me?
No, I was just saying, Rob, my homie Rob in here said, and The Rock knew when to turn face or heel. He did. He always
Yeah.
made the right decision as it pertains to that. And I think, and as much as I love Steve Austin, him turning heel and shaking hands with Vince McMahon, oh my God, it ruined. It had, excuse me, it had a lot of people upset with that character
Yeah.
because his character was never supposed to be aligning with Vince McMahon in any way. But no,
Yeah.
my next question would be, um, who do you feel is the greatest tag team ever?
I mean, I have to be real strategic with this, but I would say, hey, the Hardy Boys, because off the simple fact of the matter is, you don't you don't see. I mean, you can say that about Edge and Christian, but you don't see them imitating nobody's gimmicks. And think about it: not only white people, but black people fuck with them. Think about it.
The black
You
folks love the Hardys.
think
They be
about
like,
it,
"You right, yeah,
especially Jeff Hardy.
yes."
Every, every black person I know was trying to do moves like Jeff Hardy, and we know growing up in a black family, especially a black mama, ain't gonna let you do that stupid shit, jumping off shit.
Yeah, but Jeff, you're right. Jeff in particular
Yeah,
resonated with black folks very well. I don't know what it was. Everybody loved Jeff. And we
but
love
I'm
the
gonna
Hardy Boys in general, but Jeff
but I'm gonna keep it real
resonated
with you.
with black folks crazily, huh?
But I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real with you. The reason why I don't say the Dudleys is because look, I don't think you know this or not, but they bit off of New Jack heavily. If you look at
Mm,
if you look at them from ECW, they was not wearing that camouflage shit when they got to in WWE. It was New Jack. New Jack wore that camouflage first, way before them. They was wearing tie dye. Go back and look at some of the Dudley's matches from ECW and look at how they dress. And matter of fact, look at New Jack in his prime in ECW. And
okay.
you'll see what I'm talking. You'll see what I'm talking about. He started the camo shit, and if you listen to the beginning of their ring entrance, they got a missile that drops. That's New Jack's. That's a part of New Jack's theme music off Natural Born Killers.
Okay. Gosh, you look at you. You educating us, Shay. I appreciate that, man.
You got another question?
Yeah, I'm gonna see because I think you might have responded to this. Are you hip with the female wrestling scene, the women wrestling scene today?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I love Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Monet. Everybody knows that she's Snoop Dogg's cousin, and I understand. And like Athletic, whatever his name is, I understand. A lot of people copy a lot of wrestlers, but you could actually see that they were copying New Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The nation of domination. If you, I don't know if you heard of this wrestling company called Smoky Mountain, but the Nation of Domination, that was a ripoff of what New Jack and Mustafa was doing and Smoky Mountain. If you look at some of their promos, their controversial racial promos, it's exactly what they were doing. That's why they put D'Lo Brown in the Nation of Domination, because he did it in another company with New Jack. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So that
Got
was a
you.
rip.
Got you. And my boy said black people in general love high flyers. That's a great point. Rey Mysterio, a lot of black folks love Rey Mysterio, RVD. Yes,
Yeah.
we do like guys, the aerial guys that can get in the air, fly off the top rope. So that is
And
that
I'm
is
gonna
a
keep it
great
real.
point.
And I'm gonna keep it real with you. In black culture, The Rock was more impactful than Booker T and and Ron Simmons. Because when you look at a lot of black kids, even that are older than me and you,
Mm-hmm.
they, unless they from the South, but if you look at this true urban culture, everybody was trying to be like The Rock. Everybody was wearing the silky shirts that he was wearing. Everybody was trying to have sunglasses, trying to raise the eyebrows. We wasn't doing no spinner Rudies or saying damn and shit.
And black Maul got a point. I mean, athletic mind got a point too, that The Rock was allowed to get a push. And again, he worked for it, and he had the charisma and all of that for sure. But we always talk about how The Rock being half Samoan helped him, like the WWE kind of like were willing to give him more of a push because of him being half Samoan too. They were more prone to push him more than Booker T. Now I do think maybe had Booker T came up in WWE, if he was in Harlem Heat in WWE and all of that, it probably would have been a little different for sure. But yeah, The Rock, but Booker was not given that same push as The Rock. But Rock had you right though. Rock
I
had a cooler appeal. He had his swag. I don't know.
and I hate to say this, and I know this is gonna be a little bit controversial when I say this, but I'm not saying this to disrespect nobody's community, but have you ever heard of a wrestler by the name of Brickhouse Brown?
No.
Okay. There's a story going around in the 80s that Pat Patterson used to try to sleep with a lot of talent due to the fact that he was of
Yeah,
that
okay.
of that of that rainbow community, and a lot of people say that one of his victims was The Rock. Now I don't know how true that is, but if it is, I mean, that's
Lord
actually,
Jesus.
look, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I've heard of Pat Patterson. I mean, I know Pat Patterson was gay. He was like openly gay
Nah,
at
he
the
was free.
time.
Nah, he was free. He was like, but he been caught up in some scandals too, trying
Yeah,
to.
the Ring Boys
Yeah,
scandal and all of that. I became aware of that during the Vince McMahon Netflix special. So yeah, and I've seen even what's the Tony Atlas and them was talking about
yeah.
the Ring Boys and stuff.
He grabbed his peck. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And to touch on what you said earlier with this haze and stuff. I understand that they trying to test their toughness, but Jesus Christ, man. Some of that shit, like I heard the Steiner brothers one time stuck a pencil up somebody's rectum or
What
something like that. You remember the dude Mo that was on Man of the Mission with Viscera and all that? They
what's the
say,
name?
I don't know if it was Mo, but it was the other guy. It was three of them. But I know the Steiner brothers, as a bullying tactic, they stuck Kevin Nash talked about it. They stuck a pencil up one of their rectums because they feel like they didn't belong in wrestling. I'm telling you right now, no offense, but if that was me, somebody would have had to had to get unalived, man, because I'm not playing that bullshit.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, I've heard, the Steiner brothers trying to pull their weight around too, but they always say they didn't mess with Ron. People say they never mess with Ron Simmons because Ron Simmons was just a different type of individual. And Ron was cut up, like they said, without even trying. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
yeah. Oh,
I'm not
sorry.
gonna, lie. I'm gonna keep it real. I think Ron Simmons was jealous of Man Johnson though, because ain't no way in hell. It's just like when you hear people like Booker T and Mark Henry talking about Man Johnson hurt Ron Simmons. Well, if you look at it, when Ron Simmons debut, what his very first his very first debut, he kicked Man Johnson in the kidneys, and then he said years later it was on purpose.
Oh
So,
wow.
huh?
I said, wow, I didn't know that. I
No,
didn't
no,
know
no,
that.
no.
Boy, let me ask you
Go
this.
look up Ron Simmons' debut, and you'll see that actual incident where he kicks Man Johnson in the kidneys and messes up his kidneys.
Wow. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out after we get off here. Let me
All
ask
right,
you this though.
what's up?
Who is the best? Who is the in the women's wrestling scene currently? Who you say is the best women's wrestler right now, in your opinion?
In my opinion, this is just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I like Rhea Ripley. I like Rhea Ripley. She's good. She's good and all. But when you got the whole damn crowd, despite whether you a heel or not, and it's not because she's Snoop Dogg's cousin. I gotta give it to Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Got
I gotta give it to her. When the crowd is yelling that CEO, I don't know if you watch AEW or not. When they come out and they yell at that CEO,
I gotta look it up,
that's
man.
when you know you got them.
Yeah, okay, got you. And I wanna ask, this is another question I wanna ask. I wanna ask you this. Let me see. I'm trying to throw another one. Maybe it's one that I haven't asked anybody. Oh, what is your favorite regular show main event, right? Not a pay-per-view, like a main event that happened on SmackDown or Raw. What's your favorite one that happened? What's your favorite match on a regular show?
Uh, damn, dog, that's a hard
That's
one.
hard. I'm coming off the
Me,
top of my head.
me, I, me. Anything, I don't. I
That's
really
hard.
can't. I
I
really
can't
can't.
think of one.
I really can't say. And I know this sounds weird, but any match of the Attitude Era that was a real bloody, like any match that was in the Attitude or Ruthless Aggression era that was a real bloody fight. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
can't think of one off the top of my head, but anything that's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I got you. I
But
got you.
pay-per-view wise, 1999, Fully Loaded, First Blood match, Stone Cold versus The Undertaker. That match would not only was it bloody, it like you had it was like the return of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Uh, It was
Yeah.
like the return of the Avengers. You had X Pac come out. You had so many other people. You had Triple H because you had Triple H come out and attack Austin, and then The Rock come out and attack Billy Gunn and Triple H. You know what I'm saying? It was just that was amazing.
Got you, man. All right, we're gonna have one last question. One last question would be,
What's up?
um, trying to think. Who is your? Oh yeah, I'm gonna ask. Who is your favorite? Let me see. Who is your favorite intercontinental champion?
My favorite Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
I mean, I like a lot of them, but my favorite one was and will always be Chris Jericho because let me tell you why. He made between Chris Jericho, Stone Cold, and Chris Jericho and Stone Cold, because it's like they made the Intercontinental title seem like a main event title. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
At times, the Intercontinental title, when they had it, it sometimes overshadowed, and shout to Benjamin too. But like when Chris Jericho mainly had that title, it overshadowed whoever had the big belt. You know, a lot of times, and I feel like it's like Jericho. He may be annoying sometimes on AEW, but hey, he like when you look at that attitude and that Ruthless Aggression run, he definitely held his own, especially against The Rock, Stone Cold, and a lot of those big name guys. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he deserves his flowers. And
Hey, look.
yeah.
So, I'm gonna say this. This is before my time, but going back and watching wrestling, when I saw Razor Ramon as an intercontinental, I don't know what Scott Hall as Razor Ramon with the intercontinental belt just looked cool as hell. I don't, and again, that was before my era. AW1, I got you, AW1. But yeah, watching Razor Ramon as a character, I say, yo, that mother was cool as hell. And I really thought Scott Hall was Hispanic. He is a white man. He was a white man, but again, he sold that dang on Cuban stuff. He tried. He was.
They always
It
try.
was like a mimic. He was mimicking Scarface, of course. But
But
yeah,
they always try. They always try to do that. But I feel like, you know, hey, the Rock is the GOAT because I feel like when you are able to not only transition to wrestling and acting, but when you're able to have whites and black, not when you're able to have black people drawn towards you and you're not even fully black like that. I mean, only a person that's ever done that is, to me, has been Obama.
yeah. Look,
But
I would
Obama
agree.
isn't more in tune with his blackness. Now, that's
Yeah,
one thing I will give Obama credit for.
because he married
He's
that.
more in tune with his blackness.
He married that black woman from Chicago, Michelle Obama, for sure. That definitely put him deep in tune with it for
A real,
sure. But
a
a
real sister.
real black Chicago.
Not no sexy reds or none of that women. A real sister that know how to hold a man down and make him better. You know what I mean?
For sure, man. Man, look, Shay, I appreciate you popping on, man.
No
It's all
problem.
love. I'm gonna try to get one last person back up here, man. But that's love. I appreciate you.
Always, man. Peace.
All love. Yeah.
Love.
Uh, I'm gonna put it back in here. So AW1 want to get back up here real quick. But we get off this thing, get my dog back up on here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see if my dog pop back in real quick. Yeah, this is a great conversation, man. Y'all had me the wrestling conversations y'all love. I be in tune with it heavily, man. So I appreciate y'all giving y'all analysis of the wrestling world all the way, man. Hey, AW1, the link right there. Just hit it. Just hit the link when you're ready. So you see Devon trying to walk back with it. I didn't even see that. What? Steven B. See, that's what I be talking about. Man, don't. Is the backlash getting to Devon and he feeling bad because JR getting some flag? Like, don't say it if you ain't ready to stand on it, man. And that's what my problem be with a lot of black wrestlers. They'll say something like this and then try to walk it back, or he's saying he was drunk. Oh, saying JR was drunk. It don't matter. Drunk thoughts, a drunk mind speaks sober thoughts. I saw him say JR was drunk. I did say he see him saying that, but it don't matter. A drunk mind speaks sober thoughts. So I ain't even gonna give him that cop out. I ain't doing it. He said he still works under Triple K. Yeah, he does. He does. So, but yeah, like, but don't say nothing like that unless you're gonna stand on it. That's my problem. If you're gonna decide to say these things, at first he didn't want to get no names until he said 10-gallon hat, and then and he said 10-gallon hat, and then he said and then Maven said go Sooners. So it was very clear who he was talking about then. And then he had to say JR's name because everybody knew it was JR. But don't say that don't say nothing like that unless you're ready and prepared to stand on that fully. That's my thing about it. That's my criticism. If you're going to say that, be prepared to stand on exactly what you're saying. All the way. That's my gripe with it, personally. Jim Ross wants Devon to help him sell some barbecue sauce. It's crazy. What about Athletic Mind? Yeah, Athletic Mind can come back up here too. Like, I just know AW1 said he want to hop back up here. He wants to come back up for a minute. And I don't know. He might have had to get off or something. Said, what's the number for your live? Oh, no, it's not a number. You can click that little link right above your comment. If you click that link right there, you just click that and then I can bring you up. So there's no number. It's just you. I dropped the link in the chat. You click the link and then I can put you on stage where you can speak. So that's just how it works. And as Sergeant, the link is right above your comment that you just left. So that's how that works. But yeah, I guess AW1 got off here. I guess he did, man. But man, who was that? My dog showed love today. Dylan Brooks Aura showed love with the donations, man. AW1. Like I said, I appreciate y'all that lead the donations, whether it be Cash App or through the YouTube app. My Cash App is right there on screen. So yeah, you say AW1, yeah, man, click the link, bro. D say I'm enjoying listening to this because I don't know much about wrestling. I never really watched like that. I understand. It's all love. I understand. So this is an audience for everybody. So like I say, I'm gonna switch up my topics because I know some of y'all don't watch wrestling, and I want to have topics that you all can engage with me on as well. So yeah.
Sounds like a good bro. Oh, I'm up. Okay.
Yeah,
hey, man.
Back.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, it's like this, man. It's like it's to what Black. What's his name? Black Mall or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Saying that I'm too. Look, let's be real. I'm not that much older than you guys.
Okay, I guess. I guess. I thought, okay, my bad. Yeah.
No. I am older than y'all. No, I admit that. I got a brother your age, man. Mac.
Okay, got you. Okay.
So yeah, y'all ain't that much older than me.
I got you.
And by the way, there are people in my age group and older that like DX too. But
okay,
the point I'm making,
that's true. Yeah.
But I want to get on my point on the DX and NWO talk.
Okay.
My point was people kept saying they were just as big as NWO. That's a lie.
Nah.
Because DX, and I think that's what I should have made. They were popular, but so was Too Cool. Are we going to say they were the most popular group now? No. And matter of fact, they were more over than DX.
Huh?
They were more over than DX. Let's keep it, and that's facts.
Ooh. They were. Too Cool was over.
No. For that 1 year, they were.
Man,
the whole arena will be jumping for them.
For that worm finisher.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, my older brother, he hated it.
That is a terror. I'm not gonna lie. It's
because it just cheapened the wrestling. Yeah, it did. It hurt the business.
It's terrible wrestling finish. But I'm not. As a kid, I got up for that. Like you know what I mean. Like I'm with you. I was hopping on one leg around the house when he was doing that. So yeah, I'm with you. But as an adult, I'm like, man, that finisher is not it like that. But
and I want to be clear about DX. Were they popular? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But the point was, I guess like I said, my point was they just weren't at NWO's level, and I should have made that point.
Gosh.
They were popular. You know, because I had people, I had kids, because I even did the little sucking thing when I was like, wait a minute, why am I doing this? I ain't buying no man to my dick. No, oh, excuse my language. I don't want to get you
Yeah.
demonetized.
Yeah.
I ain't buying no man to my fellas.
Right.
That's why I stopped it. I'd rather be an NWO member. Because they were bosses. They took over the wrestling business. DX they were just a parody of them because they were getting their asses kicked.
True.
That's what it. Because look, I watch both Nitro and Raw. We have to flick. It ain't like with today where you can just watch it both. I have to make a choice.
You have to go back and forth, flick between the channels. Right. Yeah.
And then when it comes to the greatest promos, I'm gonna say Hulk Hogan. Not because it's not me being a fanboy or nothing. I watch a lot of Hulk Hogan's old NWO promos on Nitro. Look up his Wood promo. Type in Hollywood Hogan Wood promo. That was on top of his head. The Rock, Stone Cold could cut promos on top of his head too. Rock too, obviously. But Hulk Hogan was just, I think he was just the best at it because this man was drunk half the time too. He admitted this. Because I could tell too now, looking back, because he was sweating a lot. I was like, oh, that's why, yeah.
Yeah.
But watch that promo, Mac. Watch it, please.
Which one on YouTube. Said?
It's called, just type in Hollywood Hogan Wood promo.
Okay, got you.
Just watch it. I mean, I know you don't like the guy, I understand.
No, I can watch like I said, I don't like what he stood for outside the ring, but I still can watch Hulk Hogan matches and stuff like that. I can still, you know what I mean? Like I said, I give him his credit. Like,
you guys have, you've been consistent with that. And like that one gentleman, I was happy he died. I don't know if he said he was happy he died or something. I don't know what he said. Look, I get it. But when you say stuff like that, that's what you're going to get, man. I'm going to tell you this. This is my warning to other wrestlers. So John Cena, Austin, because I've heard some stuff about Austin. Undertaker and stuff. Be careful, because that's going to be you if you get caught.
Yeah,
be careful. That's all I can tell y'all. Okay, so my other point is okay. You said that the greatest promo, and I think someone else mentioned that John Cena, The Rock, and John Cena killed him. I'm gonna be real with you, Mac. The Rock let him.
So The Rock let him do it?
Absolutely. That's my opinion. He could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think The Rock let, because The Rock has buried so many guys.
Yeah.
He's too smart.
And
John Cena wasn't like, John Cena was limited. Oh no, I know John was really good on the mic, but there's levels to this. I'm gonna give you another example. When Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels had that feud, when Shawn Michaels acting like a jackass in that match, or whatever, being a clown. And I know people enjoyed that. The internet marks love that because they got to stick it to Hogan. But I'm gonna tell you why Shawn did that. Watch this promo between Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels. Hogan schooled him. And it shows you why Hogan was at the level he was at, and why when Shawn was a champ, they almost went out of business. Especially when he did the politic talk. And Hulk Hogan's like, and I'm thinking, oh God, here we go. And me and Bird looked at him and said, yeah, you gonna kill him.
Right.
My favorite part was, I should be like you and say, I lost my smile. Because Shawn said, I lost my smile. I was like, yeah. And I was like, that's because what it was, Shawn didn't want to put anybody over. So he would say, fake an injury or just leave. When Hogan actually passed the torch. And let me tell you another thing about Austin. This is why Hogan's the greatest to me. Hogan's put people over. I'm going to name them for you right now. Undertaker, Ultimate Warrior, Sting, Lex Luger, Goldberg, The Rock.
Yeah.
Undertaker again.
Now, I ain't like that move he did with Undertaker with the Tombstone.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, Suburban Commando. Yeah. Yeah. Even Undertaker got. Yeah, you didn't like that. It's okay.
When he did the Tombstone Power Driver, he said he dropped him on his head, and I was like, man, ain't nobody do that to you. I know you ain't hit your head, Hope.
No, I mean, I saw that. Yeah,
but
I'm not gonna. But how do we know that Undertaker's not lying? Because he possibly be lying about this story. Because Hogan never talked about this.
Okay.
No one ever asked him. No, but I'm not saying Undertaker's lying, but he could be. Think about it, no one else talked about it but him.
I'm gonna see, because he said now. No, he not saying that Undertaker didn't. We saw Undertaker didn't drop him on his head.
No, he
I think
didn't.
what AW1 saying is that Hulk Hogan, how do we know Hulk Hogan accused him of hurting him? Now he said somebody else was there, right?
He said
Like
Shane, but Shane never talked. And he did several interviews, and Shane never talked about it.
he said Shane said it, right? He said
Yeah, he
Shane
said Shane was there with him.
But I'm gonna be real, AW1.
But but Hogan possibly lied about that. It's possible.
Yeah, let's be real. Do you think Shane gonna go against Hulk Hogan, and man that made his father all that money too? He ain't gonna speak on Hogan like that in that way.
You know what? That's a good point. You know, you got a point there. You got a point there.
That Hulk made his father a ton of money. Yeah, he is not gonna say anything about Hogan, knowing how much Hogan made his father rich.
Well, made their industry what it is.
He
no,
made
I got you, man.
Boom. He ain't finna go against Hogan in no way. So he ain't gonna.
Maybe that's why he didn't say nothing. No, you're right.
Yeah, he's never gonna say that.
I will. And another point about you mentioned the greatest. See, now I'm gonna do greatest tag team. My greatest tag team. It's a tie between the Steiner brothers and the Road Warriors.
You said Road Warriors before. I remember that one time we was on. One time I think you said Road Warriors before. You said Steiner brothers and Road
Steiner
Warriors.
brothers. My favorite tag. I'm gonna tell you this, but my favorite tag team is Harlem Heat. And yes, part of it is because they're black. I'll admit it. Yes,
of course. Hey, listen. Let me be for real. I don't care about admitting that. That's what I told people. Like white people don't want you to say nothing about race. I don't care. As a young man who did not
know, so awesome and cool.
Yeah, that's why I said The Rock did that's why The Rock was so meaningful for me. I had no concept of
Harlem Heat. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I know what biracial was. I seen a dude with my skin tone. I'm like, who is that?
He wasn't he wasn't talking like no Samoan. No, he wasn't.
Yeah, like I ain't know he was Samoan. I didn't know he was half Samoan, half black. I just thought it was a regular black dude. You know what I mean? With some look curly type hair a little bit, right?
No, I knew it because I saw him when he first came, his hairstyle, and I knew that brother was mixed.
Yeah,
but you didn't see that. You saw a Rock with with corporate, so.
Yeah, the glasses with the chains on his neck and the Rolex watch and the Versace shirt. And I'm like, man, who is dude, man? And as a kid, me seeing some guy, like a guy on that stage, we didn't have a guy on that stage like that. It was that box office. So I'm like, yo, I want to be like dude, man. You know, so yeah. Yeah, I think representation matters in everything. So it don't. Yeah,
the thing about Harlem Heat, right? Like what you just said, I didn't see a lot of guys look like me on the screen, and especially kick ass and whoop ass like that.
Yeah,
like you said, what you said about Booker T these days. Yeah, he's a disappointment.
Yeah,
to me, I know. I admit it because and then he trashes his own WCW career. I was like, bro, are you? I was like, yeah, they're paying him a lot of money. And then with Bischoff, and shout out to Eric Bischoff for this, and he called him. That's one of the most WWF. One of the most because he was such a WWF stooge or something, and then Booker T responded. He got so mad when he heard that. Then why'd you try to ruin my run in WCW? It's like, oh, now you care, Booker, about your WCW run?
Yeah,
now you care.
Oh wait, Eric Bischoff called Booker T a WWF stooge. WWE.
Yeah, in an interview, that's like one of the most WWF biased lines I've ever heard, or something.
Wow.
And then Booker T responded. It's like, then why you try to ruin my run in WCW? I was like, wait, hold up, Book. And this is everybody. It's not even just black folks called about. It's like, wait a minute, now you care about your WCW run?
Yeah,
you buried it.
Definitely. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, Book was very talented, man. Very talented. It's just like I just don't like every time somebody black got a gripe. They bring Booker T from out the back, and he be the one speaking against the black man. What? I don't like that. They always go get him. Soon as a black wrestler got a gripe, Booker T come out the back telling people he don't know what they talking about, and I didn't see none of that. Like, man, get up out of here with that, man.
Racist promo to you. Stop it.
Yeah, come on, bro. That's my point. I'm gonna say, did we ask you this earlier? You watch wrestling, the women's wrestling? You watch wrestling today, currently?
Not today, but if you want my greatest women's wrestler of all time, I can give it to you. I can give you 5.
Who?
Well, number 1 for me is Sensational Sherry. She was a great, and you can go back and watch her. Great manager. By the way, she was Harlem Heat's manager as well, and did a great job. And she also helped Shawn Michaels too, and Macho Man, and all those other people. Yeah. Well, Shawn Michaels first, turn on Marty. She was the first one with him.
Got you. Okay.
Matter of fact, listen to Shawn Michaels' first theme song. She
She's
didn't
on
sing
there.
it. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
It sounds like an evil Disney witch singing.
It does. It does.
Actually,
It
I'm
sounds-
gonna say it right now. I like that one better. Yes, I do.
yeah, definitely.
But just how funny it is.
Yeah.
And
Now,
she used to be a stripper too, so it kind of works for her.
so you said, okay, give me your five greatest
Okay,
women wrestlers.
I'm gonna say Shisho Sherry, Luna Prashan. I guess I could say I'm gonna say Medusa, Mae Young, and I'm just talking about Americans.
Mm.
And then my fifth, man, there was a lot of great women. No, actually, no. Let me take off Mae Young. I'm gonna put Molly Holly there because she was awesome.
Molly, yeah.
Molly Holly. And then I'm gonna say either Ivory or Jacqueline.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say Jacqueline. Yeah.
Jacqueline or Ivory.
Yeah. Definitely.
So that's my top five. But today's women, I'm gonna say that Bianca Belair.
So that's what Shay said. Bianca Belair.
I don't watch it as much today, but I'll admit, I did watch to see who's the best. But that Reba Riley chick, whoever she is, she looks like none of those girls should beat her. I'm just saying.
The Rhea Ripley, what's her name?
Yeah, she looks like she should never lose to a woman in that company. I'm just saying. That's what China had, which is why China didn't lose. Oh, and there's one point I want to make about Hulk Hogan, being selfish. I want to, like, when you're at that top, granted, The Rock did put a lot of guys over.
I'm going to say, Rock put a lot of dudes over, though.
Hogan did too, though. And a lot of people don't talk about that. Guys are eating to this day, still because of Hogan putting them over. And making money.
So, let me say this.
Yes, sir.
Because they say Rock. So I think what people's gripe is with Hogan.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna say what people's gripe is with Hogan was when Jesse Ventura was trying to get the union started. And
let me tell you. Well, I understand that.
Yeah,
it sounds noble. To this day, they still don't have a union, and they're making so much more money. They have medical care, all that stuff.
Right.
If they would have union, and it's not me caping it for Hogan, because I'm gonna tell you, Undertaker, Austin, they all would have went to Vince. All of them would have.
Yes. Now, I do believe Undertaker. Yes, I believe Undertaker would have told.
Oh yeah.
I will say that Triple H would have told too. Yes. So
Bret Hart would have told. Shawn would have told. Steve would have told. The Rock would have told. They all would have told. But let me tell you, I defend that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you're an independent country, when your company when you're unionized, everybody has to get paid now. That means everyone's pay get bumped up instead of getting paid what you value. My thing is when Hogan, when he made it to the top of the pinnacle of this business, and you're trying to take that away from him. And listen, I'm not mad at Hogan going to Vince. He earned that money. Now, and I know it sounds like I'm sipping for him, but no, it's just facts. And I would defend anyone on that. Some unions do work, yes, but not in wrestling. It's different.
Let me ask you this though, because when you find out. When we got older,
yes,
you never know how Vince. I never knew how he was paying them. Like I didn't know how it was determined.
Oh, now we know the freak.
We didn't have no flat rate. Now we got paid based upon how the pay-per-views did and stuff like that. How well they did is what we got from that. Like so, it wasn't a flat like, oh, you get this, you get that, you get paid.
Right.
We was getting paid based upon. We was getting paid based on
the house.
How well the house did, right?
Well, I'll say this, because when it comes to Hogan, I'm going to talk about Hogan's day now. And I'm going to talk about Austin's day, too. And all the days. But for what I know, in Hogan's day, they had an A-town, B-town, and C-town. Everybody want to be on that A-town.
Yeah.
Because that's where the money was. You got to work on the card of Hogan or work with him. That's where you get paid. And of all the wrestlers that work with him, they always say that. Except Undertaker. Because he's a crybaby.
Let me ask you this. I'll be thinking right now, how was the lower guys surviving knowing that Vince did not pay for room and board or none
Not
of that?
back then, no. Today they do that, but not back then.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell was they surviving. If you're not one of the main guys, how are you able to survive? You a lower guy on a lower mid card.
It was a grind back then, man. It was a grind.
Like, damn.
No, because the thing was,
you're not really eating good like that.
You're not. But the thing was, I mean, it was a grind back then. Guys really had to pay their dues to get to this
And
business instead of okay, you look like a star, I'm gonna make you. People think Goldberg was just made out of a factory. No, he got over because of his intensity. Same reason Ahmed Johnson got over.
yeah.
Same thing, intensity. Look, not to mention he has a professional football career. And have you seen the traps on Bill Goldberg? Are you serious?
Yeah.
When I
Now,
first saw it, I was like, what the hell is that?
now,
Yes, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. Somebody else on. Let me see. Our sergeant want to come up too, but look, we good. So I was gonna say this. When people, how do you feel about Goldberg's in-ring ability?
Oh, let me tell you. I can answer you this. I'm not going to ask you a question, but I'm going to answer it. But I'm not going to. It's not. I'm not ask you a question when I say this.
Yeah.
What would people say if Ultimate Warrior had Goldberg skills? Ultimate Warrior would be on Mount Rushmore. Okay, all I can say is this: take a spear from a man 6'4", 6'5", and 285, and come back to me.
Okay.
And by the way, and me watching Goldberg, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm a Goldberg fan too. I had his action figure as a kid. It came with a belt too, the world title. Yeah, and but the thing was, Goldberg, he had unbelievable strength. Look at his compilation video of him just picking dudes up. I remember one time I saw this one when he pressed Randy Orton up, right? And dropped him, caught him, and slammed him. You don't do that to Randy Orton.
So now, and that look, and like you say, he was really strong, all of that. But I remember Triple H having he was throwing shots at Goldberg and because they say he didn't know how to have a real the long matches. He only knew how to have the short squash matches. So they didn't think he could be in the ring with nobody for 20, 30 minutes like that. You know?
Let me tell you something about Triple H. The guy, and this is coming from a guy that kissed Vince's ass, married the boss's daughter. For me, and then he's so dull on the mic. Is he good on the mic? Sure. But the thing was, he was boring half the time. I'll change the channel. When he's talking on the mic, I'll turn to Nitro. I ain't listening to this fool.
The game.
And then we turn it back to Raw. No, but granted, back to what a lot of your friends said about the Attitude Era, it was lit in 99 to 2000. Absolutely. And it was better than WCW.
Yeah.
No. It was because they were telling better stories, not to mention, now you mentioned Chris Jericho. He was in WCW. And he was getting over, really popular. And, and Bischoff stupidly let him go. And a Giant, who y'all know is a Big Show.
Big Show, yeah.
Yeah, I would have kept those two guys.
Man, what?
Now they when they let go Benoit, Guerrero, Siren, and Dean, whatever. But that didn't help either because they lost their workhorse, their mid card. Man, and not to mention they still had Rey Mysterio, but they did still had Rey Mysterio at least. But by that time he wasn't as popular because they made him take off his mask, which didn't help him at all.
Man, I liked
But Ray was popular. Ray was
Jericho came over, man.
No, that was a big deal.
I didn't know nothing about Jericho. I seen I'm like, man.
Oh, that's the first time. So that's the first time you saw was his debut. Oh wow,
that was the first time I ever saw Jericho. Was that debut, and I seen him have mic skills. Where he can go back and forth with the Rock. He was very entertaining. Jericho was very.
Oh, he was entertaining in WCW too.
Yeah, I like Jericho a lot.
But when that place erupted, it's because he came from the company.
Yeah, I remember the pop he got when he came. Yeah, because he was.
They knew who he was. But I will say this about Y2J, man. Yeah, he was definitely. No, his stuff was better in WWF. In WWF, he had to tone it down because it was PC. Because Ted Turner wanted them. They wanted to cater to kids.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you this. And when it comes to the Vince McMahon character, Vince got that from Eric Bischoff.
Okay.
It's just that Vince took it. It's okay. It's like the Joker and Carnage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joker's crazy enough, but Carnage went. It's like Joker times 1,000.
Yeah.
In the comic, because in the comic book, he actually killed a baby. That's how crazy. That's how merciless he was. But Vince, he just, Vince is just a super freak. Bischoff wasn't doing freak off like that. He was just being a heel.
Vince every angle he kissing a good looking girl and everything. He kissing Sable, kissing Trish Stratus. He makes sure he write that up in there.
It ain't just no kiss, man.
He make that the storyline now.
He be going for their lunch.
Man, what? That mother, I say this mother, hell boy, Vince, no, he wanna.
Mofo, yeah.
He right in. He gonna kiss all of them. That make sure he doing that on that. You know what I'm saying? So
And
I said,
Machiavelli, I'm gonna give you a match to watch. I want you to watch if you remember. Yeah, watch that wood promo I told you about Hollywood
I
Hogan.
pulled it up. Yeah.
Good. Okay, and then watch this match. This will tell you if Goldberg's a good worker. This was my match of the year in 1998, in my opinion, because DDP and Goldberg are not known as great workers, but they still put on a great match. Watch that match, and I'm gonna ask you next time if you ever come up, what do you think of that match on a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
I want you to watch it.
DDP Goldberg
Versus
98.
Goldberg. Halloween Havoc.
Got you.
It is on YouTube, so you don't have to go on the app.
Okay, cool. I'm definitely gonna check that out, bro. Definitely gonna check it out, man.
And I'm gonna tell you something else about me being a Goldberg fan. I didn't like him losing to Nash when he lost, when he got his first loss. But I will say this: you gotta lose eventually.
Yeah.
And looking at it, Nash took a lot of crap for years for that, and I get it too because he kind of, he's part of that clique, man. And Nash got to understand that. He doesn't understand that. He's like, oh, well, you're a clique. It's a bad thing. Yeah, because you guys fucked over people.
Definitely. They definitely did a whole lot. And they even putting poop in people's food and shit. That's disgusting. I
don't care that they did it to say. I don't care they did it to Sonny. She deserved it.
Yeah, but I know they did it to they did it to The Rock. That's what Mark Henry said, right? And I'm like, we got to fight.
No, someone tried to do that to one of the cruiserweights. The WCW tried to mess with Goldberg, and what happened was the other guys ran away. Right? Goldberg grabbed this dude and flinged him across the.
Yeah, you can't be playing little bitty little dudes be playing like that. Yeah, so
he lucky they didn't hit him.
Definitely, man. So, but AW1, bro, I appreciate you popping on again, man. I got somebody else that want to get up. Let me
absolutely
get in here before I get off.
Thanks for bringing me back, man. You stay good, man.
All love, man. Appreciate you. Yeah. Oh, Sergeant got to click that link again, man, because I don't for whatever reason, it ain't even let me Sergeant got to click the link again because it ain't let me bring you up, Sergeant. I don't know what's going on with it. We'll see. It's been a fun live, man. It's been a fun live stream. We didn't got a lot of our thoughts out and everything, so it's been a good time all the way through and through, man. For sure. Boy, I'm gonna see if Sergeant can click that and see if it works. If not, I'm gonna hop off this thing because I gotta get my mind and spirit right for me to work this shift tonight. But yeah, let me see if it's gonna work now. It still won't let me. I don't know why it won't let you come up. That's so weird, bro. Every time you click, it's not letting me bring you up. I don't know what is going on with that either. I don't know why. That happened to my boy Melvin yesterday. He tried to come up 2 days ago, and it wouldn't work either. I don't know what's going on with that, man. I got to see if I can fix that somehow, some way. But it's not letting me bring you up, man. And I don't know. It's very disheartening, man. But maybe next time we can come up and that you can come up on here, man. I see your private It's all good. Next time. Oh yeah, man. Next time we could do these. Say you doing these every Monday? I need to, huh? I really just be doing these off the cuff. I be doing them off the cuff, but I need to have some set days where I can do these live streams so y'all can like be privy to you doing it. Like I try to go live every day, if not every other day, but every day with different topics. But I see y'all really enjoy the wrestling talk, so we gotta have this happen more often, man. But man, yeah, Sergeant, next time we can see if we can get you up here. I don't know what's going on why I can't get you up here, man. But yeah, y'all, look, I appreciate everybody that came through showing love. I appreciate anybody who donated to the Cash App on my screen or anybody that donated through the YouTube app. That's love. I appreciate it. It helps me and my family out a whole lot. Also trying to do this YouTube thing full time, so I don't gotta go work this night shift at night with these hours that be fluctuating, having my money all funny. But trying to maintain and do my thing out here, man. So I appreciate all y'all for popping on. So love. Thank y'all. Machiavelli Mills TV. Until next time, y'all. Peace. Good night. And hit the like button too. Hit the like button before you get up out of here. Please hit that like button for me. It helps me out in YouTube's algorithm. All right, I'm gone now. Peace.